Okay, and we're live. Joined in the studio by Jared, as always, but he's filling in some funny voice this week. How you feeling, Jared?
Yeah, I'm alright. Hi, guys.
That was a terrible rendition of my voice.
I thought it was alright.
But in all seriousness, no, I'm slightly under the weather at the moment. So if I lose my voice, our special guest will
Our
have
stunt
to...
voice.
I need a stunt voice. Our stunt voice will be able to take over.
Professor Seraya J Harding, the professor of...
Oh, wow, her middle name actually does start with a J this time.
And
as opposed to
cooking.
just the J.
And cooking. Yeah, hi, guys. How are you?
Great, thank you. How are you?
Good. I have an important question for you.
Sure. Ask away.
Will you tell me what the definitive style of egg is?
I thought you were going to say, like, will you marry me? And I was like, dude, we had this conversation, like, 2 weeks ago. Not on the cards for a long time.
Are you guys getting married?
Not right now.
Oh, but soon?
No.
Oh.
I've only just finished
So,
living in a
3
share.
weeks?
I've only just finished living in a share house, so I'm not. I'm sorry, my love. I'm not ready. not ready to make that commitment yet.
Just for background, Michael and Seraya are what the kids call dating.
Ew. Anyway,
Oh, we haven't been on a date in a long time.
They are.
well, we tried. Well, we tried last weekend, the weekend before, but you got really sick.
Yeah,
we were
that's
going to
right.
go kayaking. We were going to
It's a
be all
great
outdoorsy.
first date material.
First date. What did we do for our first date?
Hiking.
Or was we
Even
did,
better.
didn't we? He took me to Glowworm Caves,
Well, I mean, it depends because
and we wrecked his dad's car because
Oh, is this where you hit the dog or something? Or you...
he didn't hit a dog.
I saw a dog,
He saw it.
and then I crashed into the back of the car in front of me. And
I've
the
never
funny
been in a
part
car
is,
accident.
It was very sweet. 'Cause
Actually,
he
no,
was,
I
but
backed into Richard
I
the
thought
other day.
someone was about to reverse over the dog, and I went, "Look out, doggy!"
and that's really when our love blossomed. he had more
You
concern
gave your
for the
dad's
dog.
car for that dog's life.
It's right. His
Well,
dad
I
got
mean,
a new car.
there's
out
not
of
much I could have done.
From the car,
Like-
other than run into the back of another car. Yes.
And the guy was really nice. It was
Yeah.
super bogan from Penrith way. He was nice.
And Dad's car was insured for more than he would have got if he traded it in. So I did him a favour, really.
So you're admitting to insurance fraud
on.
on live.
Well, no. I don't think so.
Fun of me.
Because
Sorry.
Dad, that's not the life Dad's about. But
Yeah, I do believe. So what you're trying to say is he ain't about that life.
yes.
Okay, good.
Anyway, what's the definitive egg style?
Sorry.
I'm
Or
partial
the
to
best
scrambled.
egg style.
Okay, so I love a good scramble, but you got to do it with really like thin curds. So you use chopsticks to scramble it up. I made you scrambled eggs this morning.
She
They're
did.
pretty good.
It had onions in it. I was not expecting it.
I
It
didn't.
was great.
I didn't have much in my fridge. I like onions, garlic, and
I
like
have a
3-week-old
bucket
fennel.
of hummus at the moment. That's it.
Oh, so good. Love hummus.
But nothing to dip it in
So good.
or dip in
What
it.
if you used
Why don't you buy
hummus
some
as a
celery?
curd in your scrambled eggs?
That could work. It'd just be like garlicky chickpea eggs. But I think I really love what's the egg you get on Eggs Benedict? Eggs Benedict.
Well, there's fried sunny side
Hollandaise?
up,
No, that's the
There's-
sauce.
Béarnaise?
Poached.
poached.
Oh, poached eggs are so good. Oh, poached eggs, like bit of like toasty bread, a little bit of spinach, little bit of
Spinach, it's pronounced.
spinach, little bit of smoked
It's French.
salmon, beautiful egg on top, and you crack into that bad boy. Oh, it's so good.
See,
Take me on a journey, guys.
I normally like runny eggs, but this week I've actually had a change of heart briefly.
Is that 'cause you had a change of bottom?
No.
Just
I have
for
diarrhea
Michael
at
has
the
been having
moment. I've
irregular
had-
bowel movements.
I've had three
can check-
rounds.
3 bouts.
I'm sitting in the corner. I'm waiting for the bell to go, and
So you can go again.
so I can get hammered.
That's okay. Love is made in the crucible of the toilet bowl.
I mean,
Maybe in Germany.
I choose not to make love near the toilet bowl, but sure.
No, not like love is made. Not like making
So
love,
making
but like
love.
no. have a weird poop fetish. Just putting it out there.
She doesn't.
Oh, okay, cool. Just,
All right, moving
I
on.
mean, you do you. If you want to have a poop fetish, that like, who am I to kink shame?
Wait, how do we feel about boiled eggs?
Isn't that just poached?
No.
No,
Oh,
man.
hard boiled eggs.
No.
I don't mind
like,
soft boiled,
Yeah, soft boiled
but
is
hard
the
boiled.
way to go.
Hard boiled, that's for perverts.
Hard boiled
Well, that's
smells
the
like
only way you
farts.
can put it on an egg salad
Like
sandwich.
a
is
hard
when I
boiled egg
usually-
is great to eat while you're watching women shower, because that's the kind of
Why?
person who eats hard boiled eggs.
Ah, clever. I like it.
Oh, but what I was saying about runny eggs.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
I've been eating bacon and egg rolls lately.
Sweet baby.
In an area which does not have tables. And this is a terrible time for the eggs to be runny, even though I prefer them that way.
Don't they wrap it? You get them to wrap it in foil for you,
They don't.
and then you fold it back.
This is like a building site canteen. They're not that.
Take your own foil.
I'm going to be the weirdo that shows up with his own foil.
Who
I'm not going
cares?
It's
Be
gonna be like-
weird. Own it.
There's going to be that scene. I think it's The Simpsons where Martin has like a full-on spread on like the playground table, and everyone else just has a sandwich.
Have you seen Wog Boy?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the start of that as well. Yeah.
If there's any non-Australian listeners out here,
Look up
check out
Wog
Wog
Boy.
Boy. It's
Yeah,
a good.
it's
Most of them are actually non-Australian, I think.
Oh, your listeners. How cool is that?
Yeah, we're
I think-
I think we're like at 40% outside of Australia at the moment.
Beautiful.
Total views.
So maybe not
Love
most.
it. Well, hello everyone across the world. That's
Well,
pretty
seeing
exciting.
as like the first like 300 were from inside Australia only.
And a special to the one listener in Azerbaijan.
You should actually learn how to say that.
He listened once.
Oh, I tried, and
There's an upside down E. Don't even bother.
yeah.
Like, but we have had a recurring view from Sweden. So,
Oh,
hello.
salam.
Wow.
Is it?
Sweden, you said, right?
Yeah, Sweden. Is that a hot take?
That's a
So
really hot take.
I've just discovered that I don't know how to spell Azerbaijan, and then Google autocorrect goes Azkaban. Azkaban,
Wow.
hello.
Have you been reading Harry Potter recently?
Jared, I always read Harry Potter.
I mean, you're not doing it now.
No, not right
So,
now.
Do you read
Actually,
it?
I did yesterday though. I was in the toilet and I wanted to read
Do
something.
you keep like only Harry Potter next to you on the toilet? Or,
I should though. I should have a little
I know
like.
your parents have like
poop
a
library.
like a
Yeah.
like a little library. I remember opening. This was when I was a lot younger.
Yeah, I remember this.
And I opened
The
it and
computer thing.
Yeah, and I open it and I'm like, ooh, that smells like turd.
And it was like, wasn't it like a magazine about like Windows 91 or
Yeah, it was-
something? And
I
in
mean, it
like
doesn't exist, but-
2010.
Yeah,
It talked about
no,
Duke
it was-
Nukem 3D as like hair raising, so real it feels.
Yeah, it was-
whatever. No, like so real you feel like you're getting shot or something like that.
Yeah, there was an article I remember in it. It was like Windows XP. Will it be good as Windows 95?
No. Oh wait, no. XP
mean-
was okay.
Yeah, XP was
What was after XP?
XP was the
Vista.
standard against
Oh,
which they
Vista.
measure all of them.
Vista, get out of here.
Vista wasn't the greatest. 7 wasn't either.
But
8 wasn't.
Vista
and
had-
8.1 broke most of the stuff that 8 had.
Mm.
And then 9 was just nowhere. And then 10.
And,
Which is
and
terrible.
the thing
And then
about 10 is like it didn't matter whether it was good or not because you got it eventually.
It stuffed up our work computer. So just
I only
before.
got it. Sorry, you go. Sorry.
No, that's okay. The IT guys came to like install the rest of you know how there's like the Adobe Reader and then there's Adobe Reader Full. There's like 2 different versions. One of
Yes.
them basically just has more features on it. So he
assume
came
that's
to
the
like
full version.
update the that's a full
The full version that only
has more
businesses
features.
buy.
Funny that. Anyway, so he came to install on the computer and then he updated everything else while it was there. And I updated our machine to Windows 10. But it's like such a crappy old computer. And it's like designed for tablets, Windows 10.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, really long,
So was
boring
8.
story short, it stuffed up the computer and I was just yelling at the computer the whole next day because it just wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. And my boss was like, is everything okay out there? I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
See,
Hey Jared,
yes.
what's your favourite song?
You're the best around.
I mean, not even close, but yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to
Is
sing
it meant to be a thing? I'm the best around. You're like, You're like winking at me like, what are you trying to tell me?
It's the Insmartin Yourself theme song. That's your favourite song.
Is that playing now?
Yes.
Learning. Smart. Self-help. Podcast.
And big in your mind.
Sorry, what were you going to say about computers or something?
Windows 10. I only got Windows 10 so I could play Sea of Thieves. And then my computer died.
I only got Windows 10 because I just
the worst.
turned it on one day and it was Windows 10.
That's like I opened my iPod one day and there was I was going to say Blink-182. That is not the right.
You too.
There you go.
You
Thank
too.
you. I knew there was a 2 in there somewhere. Sorry.
And a you.
There were so many people that got really upset about that.
I was upset about that. It was good. Like some of the music was okay, but it was just there. I was so confused. I actually thought that the person I was dating at the time, I thought that they had downloaded it because they're like huge U2 fan. I thought that they had downloaded it onto my phone.
Look,
I was like, what have you been doing with my phone?
U2 has like one good song, and it's the it's that one. I don't know. It's
They got a few good songs.
I think it's American Woman, but it's not.
No, okay, they got a few good ones. They got the one with In the Name
terrible.
of Love.
More like in the name of terrible.
Well, there's that one, Ultraviolet. That's a good one.
No.
Oh, what about the one that
Terrible.
What's the one with the video clip? They're like riding down a horse carriage. He's like saying,
Viva la Vida.
no, that's bloody
I know it's
Coldplay.
Coldplay. It's what
They
we call
do
a
sound
joke
very
in the
similar though,
business.
in the biz. They're like riding down, he's like saying sorry to like,
Sunday Bloody
with or
Sunday.
without you. With or without you.
Yeah.
Sunday
I don't mind that.
Bloody Sunday.
I like that one.
No, it's terrible. It's garbage.
No, and then there's that really funky one from Joshua Tree, which is boom, boom, down, boom, 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 boom.
That might be the one I'm thinking. No.
Sorry, you're going to be editing out so much giggling from this.
I don't edit it out.
Oh, no, we're completely
I try to do
raw.
minimal editing, just all his stuff when he goes on about the Jews and all that.
When Michael says the N-word just straight up.
Righto.
Hey, man, I've only done one hate crime. But in, like, level of hate crimes,
Go on.
Michael's was worse.
Go on. You
Hold
listen.
on, I'm looking up the song.
Wait, so what do we think? What's like, if you so like you two, right? When
Yeah.
they go to like perform in big arenas, they're like allowed to order like what they want in their dressing room.
Yeah.
Like if you were a huge star and people are like, oh my god, it's Michael, we come to see Michael, woo! And like I'm the person from the arena. Michael, what do you want in your dressing room?
I'd go with a souffle, and here's why. Okay, I want to know that
Just a single souffle?
Hold on.
Okay.
I want to know that they've read the writer and that they can handle complicated instructions.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So there's a souffle there. They've read the writer.
Yeah.
The souffle is correctly baked, and that's
not-
really hard.
Do you know what happens to a souffle when it's not correctly baked?
It collapses.
It's as soon as it goes.
Yeah.
It's
it
like-
sinks.
It's like if you're like a real nasty person, you take a sewing needle
Okay.
and you stick it in a kiddie pool, and then you take it out again, and then the kiddie pool goes down, and the kid's just sitting there like, and they're trying to swim.
An inflatable kiddie pool, just as a thing.
Inflatable kiddie pool, yeah. And the kid's trying to like.
Exactly what I was thinking. I was like a concrete
Yeah.
pool. He's just hanging around with a pin.
Yeah, no, I thought it's like,
yeah,
I
I'm
imagined like those blue
Here's the
shells
town
that you
weirdo
used to have
again.
as a kid.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you...
No, but you do it so that they don't realise that the kiddie pool's deflating. So like they're playing in the water and they're like and then before they know it, suddenly they're just standing there on a bit of blue plastic and there's no water.
Okay.
But
Where did we start?
Souffles.
Yeah, to get a souffle.
Okay.
In fact, maybe I'd order like a buffet of sort of thing.
A buffet.
A buffet of only extremely complicated dishes that you can't get like even slightly wrong. Or
Okay.
that way, I know that the venue has got their shit together.
Yeah, and they're capable of like handling multiple pieces of shit at one time.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
That's why Axl Rose
Clever.
did the whole only brown M&Ms in a bowl thing.
I like it. I really like blue M&Ms. I think I'd be like, give me blue M&Ms.
I love the ones that taste like chocolate.
See, I've never eaten only one M&M. I always grab a handful and I just go. So I don't even. I couldn't compare the flavors because
Well, they taste all the same. I just like blue. Really? I think that's
so
what
did
that
Did you
comes
really
down
love
to.
it when they did that promotion where they segregated all the colours?
I'm not
Which
for segregation.
kind of a hate crime.
Not for
Well, they do
segregation.
that at the M&M
here.
store in the States. I think it's in the States. It's like in New York or something. There's the M&M store and you can get like every different like hexadecimal of colour M&Ms.
You know, for like New Year's, so I was in New York with your sister, and we were there for what do you call it? New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I just said that. We're in New York for New Year's Eve, and where we were, like, they sort of have these like cattle grids, sort of, and you're like inside. You can't. It's really difficult. You can't go anywhere. So people order pizza to themselves. Like if you leave, that's it. You can't get back in after a certain time. So
So
we
is this in
got to
Times
Times
Square?
Square. Yeah, we got to Times Square at like maybe 11 a.m. And so we were like, okay, well, things aren't kicking off yet. We'll go have some lunch. You try not to drink too much because you can't pee anywhere. You can't leave to pee. You can't leave to get food. It is so freezing cold. And like you've got to be careful about taking backpacks because sometimes they won't let you go in if you have backpacks. Anyway, point of the story, we were right outside the corner where the M&M thing is. So I stood outside that store for maybe like 12 hours, maybe more. But I've never actually been in the store, which is ridiculous to me. Like I was standing
See,
there.
that's the first place I would go.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if I was in like New York, like
Me-
I'd be like, cool, Times Square, selfie, cool, M&M store.
See,
Jared, me too.
yeah, see, I just wouldn't. I would save a whole step, and I wouldn't go to Times Square. I wouldn't go to Times Square in general.
Why not? You can see the Elmo that stands there.
Oh, you could see the underwear country singer dude, the naked cowboy they call him.
Yeah. I've seen that fella.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, there's an artist at the moment making T-shirts from like they go around. I need to find who it is. It's really cool. They go around and they put like ink rollers over like grates, Subway grates, and then they print the grates onto T-shirts and bags and things, like the patterns of the Subway grates.
It's the most hipster thing I've ever heard.
I think it's really cool. Yeah, I'm a hipster.
Just for reference, Seraya is currently wearing glasses. One of the lenses is square and one of the lenses is round.
I went to art school, okay? Stuff you.
I mean, if you want to be a hipster, go ahead. If you don't want to be a hipster, go
What do you
ahead.
think the most hipster food you can get in Sydney at the moment is?
Doesn't matter what it is, but
Whoa.
it's served on a plank of wood
Or in a book shaped
It's
like
like-
or in
clay?
a deep fryer.
It's not a food, it's a coffee.
Right.
It's a decaf, half strength, extra hot, soy, gluten-free. I don't know
No,
if
see,
there's
that's
gluten,
just fussy. That's just fussy. That's not like...
but it's got avocado in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Deconstructed anything.
It's got avocado in it, so we can't afford a house.
I saw there was a cafe I was at once where they offered deconstructed latte.
I'm
But,
sorry.
oh,
Like, I don't...
So they just bring you a shot of coffee, a cup, and then they leave you a little steamer of the frothy,
Like,
the
if I
frothy
wanted
milk.
to do that, I'd just have a coffee at home.
Yeah, right.
Like, I go out because I want someone else to make my food for me. I don't want to have to sit there and make it myself. Like,
Yeah, like
I don't know.
you don't. All you're really paying for is someone to put water through beans.
And froth your milk. I'd let
Or not
them froth
even.
my milk. Sorry. Jared's not amused.
Oh no, this is my normal face.
What do you reckon about Brussels sprouts?
Sorry, the faces were... Jared and myself were just making faces at each other, and it really doesn't translate well over a podcast.
I mean, well, it's really weird because Soraya is the only non-naked one in the room at the moment.
Yeah, look,
This
guys,
being
I'm
the
just...
only naked podcast ever made.
You know, we were talking.
But Brussels sprouts, Michael, I heard you before.
I love them. Sorry,
I hate
Michael.
them. They're disgusting.
Oh, they're so good.
Gross and.
Have you had the ones that my mum made?
No.
You gotta have my mum's Brussels sprouts.
I mean,
That's not a euphemism.
look, I didn't think that, but I'm glad you did. No, like I don't know, because I came to the conclusion with Brussels sprouts is there is no good way to cook them. Steaming them, roasting them, boiling them, they come out just gross.
Do you like the French do? Lots of
You
butter,
don't like,
lots
you don't
of
like
salt,
the roasted one?
lots of garlic.
No, yeah,
The garlic buttered.
Tastes like grass.
You can butter my Brussels sprouts anytime, man.
The Michael's Brussels sprouts.
Little bit of ASMR there for everyone.
I mean,
I don't even get. I never got that ASMR stuff.
have you seen the
Where's-
ASMR where
I
they
don't get it,
paid
maybe.
to advertise a product? So it's like, ooh, the Logitech G500 feels so good in my hands.
See, now you're just making it sound like a
Jared,
fetish
I'd
thing.
listen. Jared, I'd listen to you do ASMR.
But what they really do is like, okay, I'm opening the box.
Or like
And then
this
they've
one.
got like microphone on their scissors.
Yeah, I'll do some. Here, I can do some little ASMR with my. I've got a tea here. I'll sip my tea. Hang on.
Sounds like a
I don't know.
Like that just sounds like a tiny bong rip, like
That'd make a really good sound effect. There you go. Write that down.
tiny bong rip.
Michael is writing that down.
That's some good writing down, Michael.
Where's that place? Sorry, I'm going back to Brussels sprouts. Where's that place at the Rocks? And they make amazing Brussels sprouts.
This is at the Rocks.
Yeah.
So
At Sydney.
Circular Quay.
Rocks in Sydney.
Did
yeah.
I think
Did
it's
we
in
go there
Circular
together?
Quay.
Yeah.
The cut?
Yes. And they've
The
also
Cut
got
Bar and
amazing
Grill.
meat.
Does it make the cut?
Well, yeah, that's the cut is actually the name of their
Honey.
signature disc.
Disc.
Dish.
They cut.
I said disc. I meant dish.
Guys, I'm not pished, okay? Oh, dear.
What about snails?
Escargot. Again, lots of butter, lots of garlic, lots of salt.
I'm in the escargot.
Escar, stop it right now.
Look, it's in my garden already. I don't want to eat something that's come out of my garden. Like I used to work with someone that would make his own. He'd just go into his garden. No, he would how you clean them out is you put them in. I think it's like flour or something, and just like a box of flour, and all they can eat is flour. So it just like cleans them out, and then they eventually die because they're only eating flour. And sorry, this microphone's gonna smell delightful. No, yeah, and then he just shucked them out of their shell and put them in like a
Do you shuck a snail?
I think you shuck an oyster.
yeah.
but I
it's-
guess, like-
shucking just means deshelling, doesn't
Does it? I don't know. I'd have to look.
Yeah, I shuck peanuts all the time. man.
Sorry, go on.
it? It's a living thing.
A peanut's a living thing.
Yeah, I shuck peanut M&Ms all the time. But it's like onomatopoeia, you know. Shock. Okay, all right, but yeah, no, and then he like gets them out of their shells and chucks them into like a what are those things called that you make cupcake in? Cupcake tins. He throws them in those, and then like some butter and garlic, and then just sticks them in the oven.
That sounds good.
I mean, it is snails, and I'm firmly in the escargot camp.
But if it was the apocalypse and I had to eat snails, I'd
Would you eat dog food?
I'd go for crickets first.
dog food or dog. There's no way I'd eat dog unless it attacked me and I had to kill it. I'd be
But
like,
you have to kill it, not eat it. You don't have to kill and eat if it's attacking you. You just have to kill it.
yeah, but
So you would eat a dog if it attacked you first.
yes. If it was the apocalypse,
Would you eat a dog if you
if it
found
was the apocalypse and I had to kill it because it was attacking me. But I'm like the dog whisperer, so.
But then you'd be like, oh, I've killed it now, so I might as well eat it.
Well, no, but if it was the apocalypse, it'd totally be like that. Like everybody's raided bloody Woolies and Coles and Like, there's no canned foods left. You got to fend for yourself. If a dog attacked me and I had to kill it, I'd like then skin it and gut it and
You'd be like,
dry the meat.
yeah, she's all good.
I have to get salt from
What would
somewhere though. Maybe I could be a purveyor of salt.
How would you feel though if you ate it and then you liked it, and you're like, I need more of this?
Yeah, well, of course I'm going to like it. It's the apocalypse.
Have
I
you
like
ever seen-
anything I eat. Get me hungry all the time.
You know Katie's dog. He's got those big old thighs. You could like shk, and then
No, Sammy! Not
beautiful.
Sammy. I'm one of Sammy's favorite humans.
No, he's got
just
these big
saying.
old. He's got these big old fat thighs, and it's like,
Aw.
man, I could.
What about Harley? Poor Harley. I'd get a lot of meat out of Harley. For context, I have a Great Dane. She's a beautiful
But
doggy.
it would be extremely lean.
It would
all
be.
tough and
'Cause
chewy.
she-
Her thighs would be good. I don't want to talk about eating my dog. Why are we having this
Well,
conversation?
you brought it up. I said dog food, as in like canned dog food.
There's an episode of Red Dwarf where he has to eat dog food. And the joke is, he's like, now I know why dogs lick their balls, because the food tastes so gross. It's to get rid of the taste of the food.
She's avoiding the question. She doesn't want to say.
Wait, what was the question? I
would you
wouldn't.
eat dog food?
Again, apocalypse. If I had to, I would. It's
see,
a
would you
survival
eat-
game,
would you eat
boys.
shit?
I
Human.
reckon that's some good.
Yeah,
that's
good,
some
yeah.
prime real
Yeah,
estate.
prime real estate. Yeah.
I am sorry for interrupting you, Jared.
No. It's fine. Don't worry. Just ignore it. It's fine. It was sort of a null topic. I said, would you eat human? Then I was sort of glad you glossed over it.
Guys, I think that Dad and Dad are arguing. I don't like it. It's making me uncomfortable.
So prime real estate. You
Prime
track,
rib?
No.
Sorry.
Everyone else is going to go for like the Coles and Woolies and stuff. You go straight to the dog food factory. You monopolize the dog food.
You
Right?
start making your own dog food. You start marketing
No,
it
see,
in
I
the
just
apocalypse in business yourself.
I reckon I'd go out to my parents' place and just start setting up a fort, because there's heaps of trees you can lop down and you can make yourself a fort. And then next door neighbours, I reckon we fort them up too, because they've got a big vegetable garden.
One of them's
And we
got
just
a-
keep cultivating that.
All right, I'm just gonna poke some.
And we
holes in
have
your
water
theory
tanks
while we're
already.
going here.
Yeah.
Your neighbours are cannibals.
Then they have to go.
Well, then what happens? What like?
Then I learn how
are
to-
they the farmer neighbours?
Yeah.
Okay. So then they're like, no, it's our farm.
No,
but we
they're
also
great.
want to eat
They're,
human.
they're lovely. They're Maltese. They're great. They're good people.
Does one of them have a gun?
Of course they have a gun.
It's useful. But like a gun, not like an air gun?
No, it's a gun. There's rabbits that try and eat their crops, so they have to shoot them.
I mean, an air gun will suffice for rabbits. You don't need to like explode the rabbit.
Oh dear. I'm just gonna. We'd probably eat the rabbit too.
Oh, I did. Actually, I've eaten rabbit.
It's a bit grainy.
It's a bit weird, yeah.
Yeah, I've had crocodile too, and Mum tried to tell me it was chicken. I was like, there is no way. If this is chicken, it's like the toughest, rubberiest chicken I've ever had in my life. And I said to her, if this is chicken, you've cooked it terribly.
When we were in South Africa, I had boar.
Good.
It was just pork.
The
gamey?
But did they say boar or boar?
I don't know.
Because you
man,
may
this
have
is
been
like 10
eating
years
a
ago.
white South African. I'm just saying.
Jeez.
I mean, it was like in the heart of like the city. So I doubt it was like. Isn't that like the whole thing where like.
No, the rural in South Africa, the rural is like mostly white, and the cities are mostly black. Oh, now they are. I don't know about back then.
Don't matter
I mean, this wasn't that
if
good,
you're black
like-
or white. Sorry, guys.
Thank you. But yeah, no, and we had boar, we had ostrich,
Oh, yum.
wildebeest, white rhino, elephant.
Oh,
White rhino. You mean endangered
He's
white rhino
named-
that there's only 6 left?
Yeah, man. We had like the 7th. No, we had a whole bunch of
what's
game
that I
stuff.
smell? Fresh pile of
Did you, have,
BS.
did you have giraffe?
No, but we did have leopard. Very
Actually, I was showing Katie some photos today, and because I was going through my phone's run out of space, and I found a photo of my mum and her family, because they used to live in India, and they used to go like game hunting, and there's like a photo of her family like with a dead big cat.
stringy. Bengal tiger.
I don't think it's a leopard. Oh, here, I'll try and find it.
What is the shape? Spots or stripes?
I think it's spots.
Then it's a leopard.
Or not? Well, actually, ocelots are tiny. I used to think
And
ocelots
only
were like.
half of them are spotted, I think.
Spotted
I hope it's
ocelots.
the front half.
I think it's a back half.
What
So,
about pickles?
So I'm trying to find this photo.
okay,
now.
I was going to be like, have you ever eaten ocelot to get us back on topic? But pickles works as well.
Here you go. We can post this photo somewhere if your listeners are interested.
Or most of them have a direct line to one of us.
Oh, the cat's sleeping.
Yeah, and my mum's holding a
Right?
gun. My mum's like 3 years or 4 years old in that, and she's just holding this giant rifle.
Oh,
Have
wow.
you-
Yeah, I know, it's super weird. Hey,
Have you seen the shot of Steven Spielberg in front of the Triceratops
nah.
in Jurassic Park? Sorry, I was grabbing something off the table.
Jurassic.
That's gone.
Did you find it again?
Antissa.
It's like
I
a
have not.
sepia. Turn around. Jared.
There it is.
Don't change settings on my phone.
Wow. Yeah, that's a leopard.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? The
know,
first time
right?
I saw that, I cried. I was really little.
But yeah, no, and there's a
Sad.
shot of Steven Spielberg in front of the animatronic not T-Rex, Triceratops that's eaten some flowers or it's sick, and someone posted it to it as a troll thing, being like, Steven Spielberg shot the last Triceratops in known existence, and
And I bet people didn't do their research,
no,
and there was a
people were
whole
like-
big like,
oh, how could you do that? That's so cruel.
oh my gosh. Just like the internet gets me sometimes.
I
I
love
just
it.
I
It's
get-
so
No,
funny.
okay, don't get me wrong. I love the internet. It spews out so much amazing crap. But I think people's reactions on the internet, I just roll my eyes. And particularly I find with like older members of my family that might be using Facebook
That
and
might
they
be listening to this
repost.
right now. I'm going to send it to all of them.
Yeah, you can do that. Hey, look, I said no names. But I just find that there's like the same like 5 or 6 false bits of information that get shared around. And you're like, dude, all you need to do is go to Google and search like such and such scam, and you can find out whether it's real information or not. Like,
I like the
people are so quick to believe.
copy and paste this legal disclaimer to stop Facebook accessing your.
And because they all share it with each other and then share it to me, and then I get like these freaking, I get the messages like 10 times in my inbox. It just
the
clutters
worst.
things up. It's very annoying.
So, have you ever eaten Triceratops? Would you
you?
eat Triceratops?
Are we talking apocalypse?
Yes. The dinosaurs come back.
If I
Jurassic
ever-
Park happens.
If I ever
But
got
dinosaurs take over the earth again.
Yeah.
If I ever got Illuminati rich, I'd hire people to try and find frozen Triceratops tissue so I could eat Triceratops. And then, I don't know, like, I'd have some slaves or something too,
Seeing as
probably.
Michael.
Most
If I was
din-
Illuminati rich,
Well-
because you don't get to be that rich without having some
No,
slaves.
most dinosaurs were equatorial. So they lived in warmer climates. So you're probably not going to find any frozen.
Oh, yeah, true.
That's why they find mammoths constantly. Because
Actually, I would eat
Were
mammoth
you,
meat.
were you just thinking like Ice Age? Okay, what about actually that squirrel? He never eats his nut.
Scat, his name is.
Scat. He's not a squirrel, is he? What is he?
No, he's a squirrel.
Is he?
He's a scrat.
Scrat,
Scat
sorry.
means poo.
Yeah, I
It
know.
does mean poo.
No, scrat. And he never did find the nut because all he ever wanted to do was nut, but he couldn't nut.
He could not. Is that
It's
what
the
you're
wrong
trying to
use
say?
of verb there, but yes.
Could not. Michael's trying to
Oh, see, but even when he had
weave
it,
it pun
That's what we
together.
call
He
an
couldn't get into
innuendo
it.
in the business.
because he had to crack it, and every time he tried to crack it, he caused an avalanche or something, and
Or
then he went to space once. No, he did. Trust me.
Yeah, it was like 3
It was
or
in
4.
one of the trailers.
Wasn't it? Oh, it was a trailer.
I'm just
like
going
a
to
short.
Google.
Sorry,
Scrat
I just-
Oh, no, he's a
compilation
muskrat.
message.
Scrat.
Muskrat.
Muskrat. Oh, there you go. I'm sorry, I just sniffed into the
It's okay. I've heard
Microphone.
myself breathing into it a couple times.
Oh
Sorry.
no!
Pickles. Pickles.
What? Have you ever drunk pickle juice?
Isn't it just brine? But
Yeah.
like slightly cucumber flavored brine.
Have you ever
Isn't
done a?
it
Have you
just-
ever done a Rick?
No, I've never
yourself
turned
into a
myself into a pickle.
Oh dear.
Marty.
Pickle Marty.
I can't.
Oh
I can't
jeez,
burp on
Rick.
camera.
I mean,
Oh, jeez, Rick.
People
can't just
really
turn
loved that
yourself into
episode. I was pretty.
It's a good episode.
I
And
was
what's
just
this?
like, it's
What's
another
the
episode.
song? What's the song? Oh, you didn't like that episode.
I was just. It's another
I-
episode, I guess.
You guys really don't want to take a stance on pickles. You keep changing the subject. Is it that controversial?
I don't really enjoy them. My mum always puts them on like cheese platters, and it really bugs me. She like cuts them up into tiny slices, and then hands me a piece of cheese and cracker with pickles on it.
Do you
So
take
I really
pickles
like
off the burger?
So I thought there was a lull in the conversation.
Sorry.
Dad and Dad are about to fight again, guys.
No, I really like the fried pickles that we get at the Glass House in Manly. Glass House in Manly, that'll be $275. Please just send us a check. PO box is in the info.
That's actually how much you paid for that meal too. So
Look, we once ordered the wrong thing. We just said pickles instead of saying fried pickles, and we just got
Did they
pickles,
just-
and it was like, okay. Like they
don't
were
know why
like
that's
bits
so
of like
funny.
they were like I think it was pickled garlic or something, and it was really nice, but
Oh, yum.
the rest of it was like,
I'm sort of into like, I don't think they're pickled. Maybe they're just preserved, like preserved lemons. Have you had preserved lemon?
I've put lemons in the fridge.
That's preserved, right? When they dry out
Yeah, when they dry out,
to a husk of their former selves.
and they're like nice chips, and you
Oh, gross. So feral. But okay, so when I went to boarding school, and there was a girl who loved pickles, and she'd always have a jar of pickles. I know, it's so weird. She had a jar of pickles in the fridge,
Alright.
and most of the time through year 11 she was fine because nobody else really liked pickles, and nobody like when you're in the younger years you have a shared fridge. When you go into year 12, there's like a common room, and you have like a fridge that's just for year 12. And like someone kept stealing her pickles. Like she'd go in to like go get pickles
that
out
put-
of a jar of pickles, and then they'd just be gone.
the pickle thief is weirder than the normal pickle person
It's so weird.
to me.
Like if you like pickles that much, stop freaking stealing them. Just go buy your own damn pickles.
They're really cheap.
just as a thing. I don't mean to crack this case wide open, but the person may not have liked pickles. That's why they were getting rid of them and not eating them and
But they were
putting
like,
them in a bin.
no, but the jar wasn't in the bin. That means that they would have had to open the
Oh.
jar and just like take them out of the jar one by one and put them in the bin. Then
Oh, I thought you
screw the
just,
lid
like,
on and
they
put the
just
jar back.
disappeared.
No, man.
I reckon
they're
they-
like.
I reckon they would have flushed them down the toilet if they were going to disappear them properly.
I'm pretty sure the
That's how I
guy,
do
the
it.
plumber, would have found them. Girls' boarding school, man. Sometimes people just
Do
don't
you know how many
get the
tampons
memo
would have
of.
been flushed down the toilet?
Yeah, it's so gross. People just don't get the memo. I
like
saw
they
the
swell up to like the size of like your arm.
I saw the plumber like taking a whole group of them out of the drain once. It was so disgusting.
They don't pay him enough.
It was so bad. Ugh. Not nice.
That's why plumbers make like 250 grand a year.
They deserve that, man. If I had to like pull tampons out of a drain, it wasn't pretty.
I mean, the thing with trades is yes, you can make a lot of money, but
There's some gnarly jobs there.
there's some really gross stuff, and
you
you
gotta
might
work
get a
hard.
job that's like, and the person's like, yeah, we'll pay you, send us the invoice, and then they don't pay you.
Well, there's a
dodge.
construction company that was looking for a master bricklayer. They were going to pay him 14 grand a week.
Master bricklayer.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll go do the TAFE course and say I'm a master bricklayer. How hard can it be? Use the spirit level. You.
I think it takes
Tink.
10 years.
All right.
Because you got to learn how to lay like all different shapes of brick. So you got to like circular bricks, triangular bricks, square bricks, hexagonal
And
bricks.
they're all the shapes that Michael knows. Thank you very much.
Dodecahedron
Good night.
bricks.
Irregular shaped bricks.
The Tetris bricks. You really did.
I had
love
Tetris on
Tetris.
Game Boy. I'm a master Tetris bricklayer.
Well, maybe you should you show them your Tetris high score, and they'll be like, "Oh, you know what? We'll give you
Bow
15
down
grand."
to the master.
What is it? There was like a Tetris game on Facebook you could play, and it like showed you the scores from all your
Oh,
friends.
Tetris Friends?
Probably.
Yeah, man. That was
Yeah.
good. And then they moved off Facebook and they like went onto another website.
Yeah. You,
Bebo or something, probably.
no, it was like Miniclip or like
I miss Miniclip.
free online games.
Miniclips was great. Do you remember Wiki Woo? Little yellow guy that would run around and jump on blobs. Green blobs.
I mean, it doesn't really narrow it down on me.
Oh, it was it was a great game.
I was the avid peruser of Flash games at school.
Yes.
because Mini Clip was one of the bubble tanks. Oh, I miss bubble tanks.
What about the balloon pop? Do you remember balloon pop with the monkey with the arm?
Oh, balloons.
And he like
BL,
balloons. Yeah.
ONS.
Yeah. And he had like a dart.
And it was tower defense. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good game.
Yeah, it was a tower defense game. It wasn't the best tower defense game.
So I was watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine the other day, and I downloaded
Crazy Cupcakes.
Well, I didn't download Quasi Cupcakes, but the closest I could get was Candy Crush. Like, I was always an adamant never touch Candy Crush in my life.
The Candy Crush saga.
Yeah, it was a saga. I deleted it today, but
Yeah, I got to level 1,000, and then I was like, you know what? And I got to level 1,000, which was the max level at the time, and then there were like 500 new levels, and
there's like side quests now.
Yeah, and
It's
there's
so weird.
Oh my god.
It's so weird. It's like
It's a
collect
saga,
stars
Michael.
for the dragon. Yeah, it's very strange. But it also infuriated me that there was like lollies and candy, and like it's making me want to eat lollies and candy, and they look so tasty, and I can't eat anything.
that's why I Bejeweled. No one wants to eat jewels.
I'm sure there's some super rich person who's like,
I would like a plate of sapphires for dinner, Jeeves.
or
mean-
they have gold leaf
It
pizza.
will be done, sir.
Yeah, I've eaten gold infused mustard before, truffle mustard. It was truffle flavored mustard with gold
That was
infused in
actually
it.
our next thing.
Oh,
Oddly enough.
look at me.
Wow, it's almost
that
as
good.
if that's a thing. Continue.
What do you think about truffles?
I thought they were pigs, just as a thing.
You thought the truffle was the pig.
Yeah.
I thought they were chocolates.
See, the reason I thought they were pigs,
They are.
right? Because when I was
It's two kinds of truffles. Sorry, continue, Jared.
when I was younger, I played Civ, right? And it was like in Civ, I think it's 4 or 3. I don't know. Their picture for truffles is pigs, for like the luxury resource.
But pigs find them.
Yeah, I know, but I thought the pigs were the truffles, and I never cared
Like,
enough
man,
to
pigs
look
make
up.
everything.
I never cared enough to look up truffles. I was like, yeah, truffles are pigs, whatever.
They really are the miracle animal. They make bacon. They make pork chops.
Now, to
Pig
our
milk.
Azerbaijani
Make
listener,
ribs.
I do apologise. Pigs are haram. They're a Muslim nation, aren't they?
Azerbaijan, yeah.
Yeah, they have
But
a star on their flag.
does that mean truffles are haram?
I think mushrooms are.
But they're found by... Oh, there's also like truffle finding dogs.
Dogs are haram.
So it would depend where like... Oh, yeah, that's true. It
Having
would
a
depend...
moustache is haram.
What?
Having a moustache is haram.
Oh, they must hate India.
Yeah. Lots of people in India have moustaches. Are we getting on the vaguely racist side of this, or?
Well, that's why I stopped talking.
I mean, what's
I
wrong with
love
moustache?
truffles. I love truffles so much.
I love moustaches.
And the rides that go with them.
Truffles remind me of the person that interrupts your story with a similar story that happened to them.
Like moustaches. This one time I had a moustache. Right? But yeah, your mum gave us truffle oil.
What? Have you used it yet? It's good. Put it in
Yeah,
mashed
we,
potato. Put a couple of drops in mashed potato.
We thought it was just regular oil, and we started using it for just regular stuff.
That's okay. It would have made it taste super nice and really fragrant. Would have smelled
mean-
really flavorful.
It did. We did a lot of like chili con carne at that point as well.
Oh
so it was
no,
like-
no!
So
I'll have to buy you some more for Christmas, but I'll have to put a sign on it that's like, "Do not
use.
do not use for chili con carne."
No, yeah, this was when we first. Oh, this was back when we first got married.
Yeah.
We're
You get
still-
all sorts of useless stuff when you first get married.
I mean, we definitely used it. Saraya's mum, thank you.
Thank you, Maureen.
But yeah, we whoopsed on that one.
What about beetroot?
Yeah, I'm into it.
It's
Beetroot chips.
I'm not into it.
I pooped once and I thought that I had blood in my poop. But
see,
I'd
I
eaten
actually have a
beetroot
story about
chips.
pooping blood. I'm not going to tell it. That was a
Were you
joke.
just doing the
No,
truffle
tell
oil
it.
thing?
Is there a story? I want to hear it.
So
Poop.
a
Poop.
few years
Poop.
ago, I had
Poop.
a thing wrong with my ass.
Yes.
And
Your third hole.
yes, my third hole. I had to get that third hole cut off.
What's your second hole?
The
My
pee-pee hole.
dick hole.
What's your first hole?
My butthole.
Butthole. You don't have one of those?
You don't have either of those. Or do you have a cloaca?
I thought. Never mind. I got confused with. Anyway.
Were you thinking of
I
a
also have a
vagina,
mouth
Michael?
hole.
Yes, and I was like, no, but you're supposed to have one less hole. Then anyway, never mind.
I have a mouth hole, nose holes, ear holes.
Hey, do you count the nose holes and the ear holes as like and the eye holes? Well, they're not really eye holes, but anyway, do you count them as separate holes or like you're like is your nose like one hole?
Well, there's 2 holes in your nose.
Yeah, but
It all leads to the same spot.
so do your ears then.
Yeah.
Like the
and,
sinuses are all connected.
and so do your pores as well. Like you've got like
So is it just that everything's just one hole, mouth
Everything-
to anus?
I know a guy who
technically we're donuts.
he rotted out his nasal septum.
Doing what? Coke?
Yes.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
I was just joking. Wow, that's
Yeah, I
really
know.
sad.
No, it was. Well, I didn't know. I met a guy
gnarly.
once, and he
Yeah.
he rotted out his nasal septum because of all the. Oh, it may not have been coke because he was homeless, but it was something.
Something.
And
Wow. Poor fella.
so he had one nasal hole, sort
Okay.
of.
All right. All right. There
Well,
you go.
yeah. So
It really opened up the space. It was quite a bold choice.
Oh, Michael.
it's like knocking down.
Have
like
open plan nostrils.
You're knocking down a non-retaining wall in your house.
Gosh.
Oh, load-bearing retaining.
So
is
it's
different.
okay. Sorry, can we get
So my
back to the
butthole
poop?
story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I don't know. I was like 14 at the time. I pooped, and then like there was blood in the toilet. And when I looked down, there was blood in the toilet, and I'm like,
That's so scary.
uh-oh. But then I realised it wasn't inside me; it was outside me because my poop was brown, and the water was red.
So
True story.
had a female in your house just like forgotten to flush after?
No, I had like a what's it called? A pilodinal cyst.
Oh, so the cyst popped.
No,
What?
there's like a. I'd say Google it, but don't. It's sort of gross.
Guys, okay, wait, say it
It
again.
weeped.
Do not Google this.
Pilodinal cyst.
Don't Google that, guys.
Don't Google
Don't.
it. See, that's why we need.
I was
Like,
like, what did you Google last week?
what do you mean?
You Googled something last week, and you're like, oh, stoma.
Stoma. That's it. Yeah.
Stoma, can I Google that?
Yeah, Google.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my goodness! Oh no, it's okay. It's
No,
okay.
we're good. Google,
destroying things.
stoma. STOMA.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a.
Maybe
was a-
switch to incognito. I don't have to.
Yeah, no. But if no, just look at stoma.
It's
Just
a
regularly,
medical
but if
thing.
you want
It's
to look
not
at
a.
stoma porn,
It's not like a.
stoma porn.
Dude.
Use
That's,
Okay, well, so far they're all drawings, so that's okay.
yeah, but like the connotation.
Isn't it? It's just like a poopy bag thing.
Yeah,
like
it's a
a
colostomy.
hole, right? Colostomy bag.
yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
there's poop.
But it's
Yeah.
different poop.
I mean, Jared, everybody poops.
Yes, not out of a hole
Oh,
in the
okay.
side
There's
of
a
their body.
there's a real one. Oh wow,
yeah.
Oh, everyone
just,
poops, Seraya.
it's like
Oh.
it's like a stomach anus stomach.
Yeah, it's,
Yes. How is
And
that?
the poo's different
Oh, everybody
because it's less
poos.
processed,
Oh.
and it's like weird. Yeah, now you're starting to do the face he did.
This doesn't translate well to Oh,
Guys,
I mean-
Google stoma and you'll see what Saraya's looking at
just
right now.
That's why we
okay.
need
You gotta
video
you
so
gotta
we can be like,
Google it.
"Stoma."
You gotta Google it and
And
then
like
just
a picture
scroll.
comes out of my hand.
Just scroll a little.
We should do that. We should set up a camera so I can be like stoma, and then it'll be like whoosh, comes out of my hand, and then I can be like, bam, like that, and like lightning. or
We're
something.
doing okay. We're doing lots of hand actions that really
Well,
aren't going to translate.
They can get it.
So, speaking of hand actions, what's the fanciest restaurant you've ever been to?
Oh, I got a few.
I don't know.
This is the hand action I was thinking of.
Masturbating.
The one pinky.
Yeah, one
Because you
pinky,
always
yeah,
have to have it
definitely.
extended.
Oh, I thought that was like tiny penis.
Now, haven't you ever seen SpongeBob? always have to have your pinky extended because that's fancy. Always extend your pinky, SpongeBob.
I must have missed that one.
No, it's when when he tries to date the squirrel.
Sandy.
Sandy Bottoms.
Yes. You go, because I can't think of one.
So I don't know. For a long time, I've always gone to this restaurant called Aria in the city, and it's a pretty nice spot. You
Didn't
can
it
sort of
shut
like
down?
see. Hey,
Shut down.
no, they just it's not shut
refurb?
down. They refurbed.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But my mum's pretty good friends with like the head chef and the guy who owns it, which is pretty cool. They don't know the rest of the family, but they know her. So she can just like pop in and get a table, which is sort of nice. But my mum's a bit fancy though. She's sort of, I don't know.
Well, she has gone to the Spirit House.
Oh, bloody Spirit House. Okay, really, really great restaurant
Spirit
in
Lodge?
Queensland.
Also the fanciest one I've ever been to, probably.
You reckon?
Oh, actually, no, but
They
I'll
were
tell
pretty,
you
like,
afterwards.
Chilled. I don't know, yeah, but if you're ever in Sydney, go to Aria. It's a really nice experience. If you don't get to go there, there's a place called the Oyster Bar that's like down. Have you been to Oyster Bar? You know, as you walk along the Opera House forecourt, it's on the right hand side. It's outside that little like shack thing.
Yeah.
It's really good.
The Opera House?
Yeah, we should go. It's really good, and you can see the Opera House and
Do I
the
need
Sydney
a
Harbour
mortgage
Bridge.
to eat there?
Nah,
Okay.
you're good. You're good.
Cool.
And then if
So
you
what are we
can't,
talking? 50
Like, you just need a nimble loan.
if you can't do that, if you can't make it there, and you're on a bit of a shoestring, then go up to
the kebab
the museum,
shop on the corner.
Museum of Contemporary Art. And if you go up to their cafe and get a coffee and a bag of chips, like bowl of chips or something, that's got a beautiful view of the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge.
Now, bowl of chips, what are we talking?
Not so much a bowl as a plank of wood.
French fries and aioli.
Yeah, the
They'll serve it in a man's hat.
single plum.
It is the MCA.
Served in a man's hat.
Yes.
I just realised the most fanciest restaurant I've been to. I can't actually say whether I've been there.
Oh.
I'll tell you after the podcast.
Oh, yay.
It's
I get to know.
Is it a secret Illuminati restaurant?
It's not a secret.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We're just like making big eyes at each other right now.
I'm like,
Okay, so I went to one called Altitude.
was it, all right,
Is it
What
high?
are we talking about? How high?
It was halfway up the building that it was in.
So there was a
which is
higher
just
altitude in the
bullshit.
building
So no, it was the Shangri-La Hotel.
in the city, yeah.
It's on like the middle floor, somewhere in the middle
Have you been
of.
to the top of that? It's really good. There's a bar up there. You can get a $10,000 drink.
Wow. That's
It
ridiculous.
comes with a diamond, and you need to tell them like 48 hours in advance.
That's
did they get
why
the-
not just buy a diamond?
Because you get in a drink, and if you really want to score...
Yeah, I really wanted $18 worth
It's-
of cocktail with
but if
my
you-
diamond.
But if you really want to score...
It's a flex drink. That's the drink you buy when you need to flex.
When you're flexing on them haters,
Okay, right.
When you're flexing
you
your
get
money.
two.
I only like just have enough to drop on that. Like I've been saving my ass, and like
Yeah, but we're talking about like extra fancy, like, you know what? I'm going to take this girl here. It's our first date, and I don't want to scare her off, so I'm going to go light. I'm going to buy her $10,000 drink, you know?
just under the tax. What do you call it?
No,
the
you just like,
tax threshold.
or can you imagine if she like stood you up and you're like flicking through Tinder and you're like, come on. It's like, I got a $10,000 drink waiting for you, please. Please, I don't want to waste this. I mean,
It's funny. I don't understand. Like, I think it's really nice to save up and spend on yourself and enjoy. Like, I think food's wonderful and like you can enjoy it and, you know, be filled with yummy goodness and enjoy flavors and ambience and all that. But I just don't understand that like excessive spending. Like, it's like,
Well, when you're
hello,
earning,
here
like-
is my penis on the table. Oh, thump. As in, like,
when
you
you
just get your dick
when you
out,
flex on the
basically.
haters.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm a registered flex offender. Yeah, no, well, like, think about it. If you're making like $100,000 a day, which
Yeah.
you can All right, let's dial that back to $50,000 a day. Just the maths. Of
Got to make that math work. Yeah.
Yeah, so like if you're making that much money, it's like, well,
Yeah, but I just.
It's about showing people that 10 grand means nothing to you.
But that's so
but then
dumb.
that person that you're buying it for means $10,000 to them.
That's so dumb. Like, if it means $10,000 to them, don't spend it. Just give them the $10,000.
Yeah, but if they're dating you, you're spending more than $10,000 on them. If you're like,
But
hey,
then
I like
don't
you so much,
spend your
that
money
I'm gonna
on
spend
stupid
$10,000.
shit like that.
But it's a diamond. You could then, I don't know, get that inserted into your
You
cock
could
ring. I
shine
don't know.
blade like a diamond. That'd be very weighty. I'm assuming a $10,000 diamond would be like a little weighty for the peen.
I mean, diamond quality is all based on color and
you've
clarity.
actually done this. So
And
what-
hardness.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So you went shopping for your wife's wedding ring and engagement ring.
Yep.
So for Katie's, what was that process like? Because
We'll
you
just
had
edit
to.
this out here, Michael. Don't worry. So,
Why?
what was the process?
Wait,
I walked
hang
into
on.
Michael
Sorry.
Hill
Wait,
and I
wait.
was like, hey, what up? Chuck us some engagement rings, hey? And they're like, hey, dog, got what you need right here. And then
Stop
they
acting
were like,
so cool. It can't have been like that.
That's cool.
No, I don't mean. I don't mean. You
No,
know
no,
what I
okay.
mean. I mean like.
okay, no, I do know what you mean. So, I basically walked in and was like, hi, I need an engagement ring. And they said, you know what? We sell
So
engagement
cute.
rings. Come over here. And then I was like, these are all engagement rings. And then they're like, yes, they are. And they're like, I'm like, what's your most... sorry, so I was like...
What's
well,
your middle of the range ring?
No, I was like, oh, this one looks nice. How much is this? And then they're like, this one's $5,000. And I'm like, what's your most not that amount of money? And I said, and I said, is that like a high range? And then they're like, oh, you're looking for high range? And I was like, no, I am not. I'm looking for your most $200 ring. And then they were like, we have these ones. And they were all like gross and like... You know, like the stereotypical like engagement ring from
Yeah.
like Disney movies, all
Yeah.
those. And I was like, ugh, whatever. I don't care. And then I was like, what's that one? And then they're like, this one is this much. And I was like, ooh, that's like a whole paycheck. And I was like, I'll take it. And
There you go.
that's how I bought it.
Yeah.
All
So
by
you
myself.
didn't, and you didn't have to know about like.
Clarity and
Yeah.
muscle strength and
Yeah.
time off, like pace off the mark. Yeah, no, I didn't.
Okay.
What
There
was
you go.
So what was the process for shopping for that jade cock ring you got?
Actually, that's actually a funny story. I went into the dollar store next to it and I said, look, I've just got an engagement ring. I'm short on cash, but I need a jade cock ring.
And you had
And
to
the
go
Asian
back
lady
the next
behind the
day.
counter was like, yeah, man, come on, let's go.
Had
Let's
to
go.
go
Do you
back
want
the
a
next
fitting
day.
room? And I'm like, oh, do you have a fitting room? And
You had to go back the next day and get them to explain the rash.
yeah, and they were like, look, this one's plastic, but it looks jade. And I'm like, look, it'll do.
You know, apparently there's this thing that Chinese people do, like, so they have jade bracelets for luck. And one of my friends in boarding school, she broke hers. I think she was given it as like a 4 or 5 year old, and her bracelet broke. And so she sent it back to China, and her grandmother buried it in the garden. And it's supposed to like
Get rid of the bad luck.
repair it. No, it repairs it. You've got to leave it in the ground for like ever, but it's supposed to repair the. I don't know if I've got that wrong.
Repair the luck.
If you know, no, it just repairs the bangle.
That's okay. Physically impossible unless someone's
Well,
under the ground.
I don't know
being like,
I don't know if you have had
or like, do you
experience
dig it?
with
Like,
this.
is it like one of those things with like where you stick your hands in the gloves, and you're like,
You mean like the radiation protection?
yeah, like the radiation thing. And then you stick your hands in the gloves and like you put it underground, so it's underground
No,
because that is physically impossible.
well, I don't know. Maybe look it up then. But if you've had experience with this, maybe tweet the boys or
Oh yeah, we have social media.
yeah.
Send
Find
us
them
an
on
email.
Twitter and Insta.
Actually,
and
you know
Facebook.
what? Send us a letter.
Do they have a? We don't have a mailing. Don't go there. Do not give your address out.
Send it to Michael. Just add in a bleep here. It'll be funny.
PO Box 6969. Do you think it's 69?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the postcode on that one?
6969.
Oh wow.
I wonder
Somewhere
what that
in
is.
West
Is there?
Australia.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Where
It's
would
actually
that be?
probably not 6 9's pretty
It's
high.
actually Pilbara, WA.
Is it? Did you look
That's
it up
not.
already? Sorry, so
Would I
everyone's
come on
just-
this podcast and tell lies like that? Don't answer that.
I would lie for
It is-
you. That's the wrong song. What you want
Is
to
the
do?
postcode 6969 is reserved for non-standard use PO boxes.
There you go.
You're
So it'll be
lying.
like that's what Google said.
The Google.
Warning:
Guess
the
that's
postcode 6969 is reserved for the most standard PO box.
Well, you guys aren't standard.
See, I
and
can't
may
read
not
that.
be
I can't
accurate.
read that from this distance. Pass me your phone.
I'm just gonna screen cap it and send it to you. I'm on.
Oh dear.
No, not crop. I want to share.
Have you guys watched any of those like baking shows that are out at the moment?
MasterChef. I love MasterChef.
No, not MasterChef.
You mean like nailed it?
Yeah. There's another one out at the moment called Sugar Rush. Or even just like all
Yeah, I
of
took a
them.
look at that.
It infuriates me watching them because they never like.
That's gonna be
There's
me,
like
by the way.
two things that people always get wrong, and it's always the same shit. They don't cool down their cakes, and they don't put dowels in their cakes, so they all fall apart.
What, you think I was lying? Sorry.
Well,
yeah.
no, that's okay. Michael's just given Jared a funny look because
He was like, there was like
He
the
was
look of
surprised
like,
that
oh my
Jared
goodness, you
was
said
telling the
something that
truth.
was true.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
he wasn't bullshitting.
Yeah, no, with the cooking shows, I see that as well. It's like, I myself am in no means a chef of any sort, but
You're not. Have I ever eaten any? I was about to say you're not terrible, but I don't know if I've ever eaten any food you've cooked.
Well, when you had that cocktail, man.
cholera,
Cholera.
it was great.
There was there was something you put in it that made it separate.
Yeah, it was
Bailey's,
Bailey's, and
you put something else in and it just separated the milk. That was so gross.
it was It wasn't like Tia Marie. It was like the hazelnut stuff,
just
the
everything.
Bailey stuff,
Everything.
all the sweets.
I think
sweet
you
stuff.
put Grand Marnier in it.
Grand Mariner.
Grand Marnier.
Cramanier.
I don't know what is that.
It's orange liqueur.
Oh, that's
Acidic orange liqueur.
I think that's what made
Which
the
curdles
cholera
milk.
come out.
Yeah.
The cholera flavor.
Yeah,
I mean,
'cause
look, it didn't taste disgusting. It just looked
looked
feral and
disgusting.
made my tummy
It's like
really
the alien
grumbly.
brain explosion.
The what?
Alien brain explosion. It's a cocktail. Look it up.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a scene from the movie, and I'm like, oh, it was the chest that exploded in that movie.
Oh, sorry, I just opened.
The stoma.
It was still there. Oh my gosh.
Well, how about those?
Michael, your segues are the worst. I love you, but you need to work in those segues,
Guys,
bro. Oh,
Breakfast.
guys.
breakfast.
How about breakfast?
You
What
know
do
what
you
my
mean,
favorite
have a
breakfast
breakfast?
is?
Do you have breakfast?
On occasion when I'm not running late for work, which is almost every day.
Yeah, that's my jam.
Okay, okay.
Do you have breakfast?
I think Jared wasn't finished yet.
Yeah, geez, how there you
Do you have breakfast? Sorry.
Well, it depends.
No,
but
do you have breakfast?
Basically,
Do you
well,
have breakfast?
basically the same as Jared.
Do you have
Oh,
breakfast?
Michael, do you have breakfast? Do you have breakfast?
Yes,
do
but...
you have breakfast? Sorry, continue.
Okay, let's start that again. Jared, do you have breakfast?
Are we editing this out?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Look, if I'm not running late for work, I'll probably. Well, right now I've got a bucket of hummus. Like, what am I going to have for breakfast?
Can we look after the podcast? Can we just drop
Do you
by
want-
Coles and go get you some celery sticks or biscuits or something, so you can just because I just have this image of you in your kitchen just scooping handfuls of hummus out of this bucket.
I
crying.
use a spoon,
Oh, sorry.
a plastic spoon, so I don't need to wash it up.
You're just like, I'm so lonely. Oh, this is delicious.
But no, so you know what my favorite food / meal / whatever this is that I'm about to say is continental breakfast.
Oh yeah,
Can't
the
beat
good
it.
hotel.
Where it's like
Yep.
complimentary continental breakfast. I love being in continent. It's that was a
That's
kid.
what Michael's been struggling with today.
That's a Key and Peele joke. But,
Oh, sorry, Michael. I love you.
But yeah, it's just like, what do I want? Like
Peace.
specifically, like at Hamilton. Island.
Now, sorry.
I mean, I'm at peace when I'm eating continental breakfast because it's
I
like,
think the world would be.
Yeah, we just need more continental breakfasts.
More
We do.
bacon and eggs.
We do. You know what? I love in Hong Kong they have really like just the spread is amazing. Like at breakfast you can have like sushi, you can have congee, you can go up and like get an omelette made. You have like full on like Western breakfast too. But there's like handmade sausages and soups and
Isn't congee that
divine.
thing that you step on at the beach and it squirts water at you?
no, that's a congee boy.
Oh, that's it.
Squirty things.
Sea squirt.
See, I used to think kanji boy was like a...
Congee boy.
Yeah, but I used to think it was kanji boy,
Oh,
like a slang.
Like a slur.
that sounds like a really
Bloody
bad slur.
congee boys
Wow.
coming to my suburbs.
That don't
and-
sound good.
Kanji boys coming from Gunnedah, taking our urban jobs. They're becoming marketing managers and account managers.
What do you got against Gunnedah? Good people in
That
Gunnedah.
was the most rural name I could think of.
Really?
Coonabarra brand.
Oh, yeah.
Tumbarumba.
Oh, what about Tooleybuck?
Gunning.
Oh, wait, Menangatang.
yeah.
Manangatang.
I went on a road
1770.
trip with my...
Tang.
Yeah, that's actually pretty rural. I saw some people nearly die there.
Whoa.
But anyway,
What happened? Wait, you can't just say anyway and then
Just
move on from
as
that?
a thing,
No, no.
just as an aside, there's a town in Australia called 1770. Not the word spelled out. It's 1700.
What?
but the postcode is like 3 something something something.
Yes. It'll be 4 because I think it's in
All
Queensland.
right, so I went on a road trip with my dad and my brother, and we went through a town called Menangatang.
Manangatang.
And no, every time we saw the sign, which was very often, because we also counted signs that said like Menangatang Public School, we go, Menangatang! And we just shouted Menangatang. Like we didn't say anything else in Menangatang, but Menangatang.
All right, I got another one for you, which is pretty high contender. What?
Oh, hang
I
on.
I can hear. No, it's,
Michael, I've
he's
lost
pulled out the
something.
cable. There we go.
Okay, now we're stereo again. We were very briefly mono into our headphones
Left. Coming through screen left. Headphone left. But yeah, high contender, Puckapunyal.
there. That sounds so dirty.
Oh yeah, it does.
Do you want to puckapunyal me tonight?
I remember that.
Do you want to come back
Actually,
to mine? Get my
Get your puckapunyal on?
do you remember that song?
Get a
Do
puckapunyal?
you remember that Red Gum song? I was only 19.
No.
I don't know. You sing a bit for us, Michael.
I was only 19. It
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
was like a Vietnam War song.
Is this the rest of it?
No.
That sounds like the.
That sounds like disco.
Anyway,
Yes, you were only 19.
anyway, the guy who watches his mate die in Vietnam in the song is from Puckapunyal.
Oh, there
It's
you go.
in Victoria. It's near Mountain Beauty. Or Falls Creek or wherever the hell it was.
It's getting like...
Bogong. Bogong's really big.
Oh, isn't there a moth?
Yeah, that's
From
where it came
Bogon?
from. Yeah.
No way.
Bogong with a G at the end.
Gong.
So
Gong.
I saw
Like
some
the
people
gong.
nearly die in 1770.
Yep.
It was
this is
actually
food
pretty funny,
related?
but not because I'm a psycho, because it was genuinely quite funny, and even the cop laughed.
What happened?
So
Okay, there's police involved.
these 4 teenagers, they were on like a schoolies trip, and they hired out a motorboat to go around the bay in.
Yeah.
They got
Sorry,
caught.
I'm almost laughing already. Yeah.
They flooded the motor of the motorboat, and they got caught in a current that was taking them out to sea.
Oh, no.
And like they were screaming out for help from the motorboat to us who were standing on the beach watching.
Yeah.
And then Dad says, "Throw the anchor out." And then they said, "We did. It wasn't tied on."
Wow.
No.
And
You think that'd be the first bloody thing you check?
Yeah, you'd think, but where were you, sorry?
1770.
1770, and that's
Like-
right in the middle of nowhere?
Like, hey man, you call towns words, not numbers.
I don't. Why is it? I don't understand.
Oh, it's where Captain Cook landed in 1770.
Oh, I almost dropped my phone in my tea.
Sorry,
Or one of the places Captain Cook landed in 1770.
Right. Okay.
He was our Columbus.
He didn't kill
You're
anywhere
not telling
near as
me,
many
right?
people as
It
Columbus.
was that
Yeah,
for
I know,
context
but
for the
like-
audience.
Well, he found us, or the land, and indigenous people.
Yes, this is true. Well, there was like the Dutch came first, and then
They found the other side.
yeah, and they
but
just
I
thought it
think
was
they're
a
still-
wasteland.
Oh, and the Indonesians also traded with the Aborigines, but like
Really?
way up north.
Was it Indonesians or Papua New Guineans?
I think in
Maybe both.
someone Southeast Asians,
Okay.
like people that were not Dutch or English.
See, the Dutch found West Australia, and then they were like,
Nope.
there's not a lot here. See ya. And they put a sign up on a thing on a.
What's the most Australian thing you think you've ever eaten? And
Richardy
don't
grubs.
count kangaroo because that's
Richardy
like
grubs.
yeah, I've never eaten
We had
them.
one on a school camp. It was disgusting.
Oh really?
Gross.
I thought they tasted like peanut butter or something.
No, they're disgusting.
Did you cook them?
No, you just pull them out of the ground. Done.
Like Timon and Pumbaa.
Virtually, yeah.
You
but
were
it's this big
you
fat
were
grub.
you were
Yeah.
Simba.
Do you ever bite in?
Sorry.
From what I understand, you know when you bite into a dumpling that's still got the water inside it.
You do this
Oil.
every time you burn your mouth. Every
do.
time you
But that's what a witchetty grub's supposed to be like. I think.
Yeah, it's
just full
actually
of
also
ooze.
Oh, that's so
looks
gross.
rather like a dumpling as well. But yeah, you just bite into them. Done. Disgusting.
I've bitten the butts off. So there's these ants in Queensland that have these green butts.
Yeah, and they
and
taste
they're
like
really tasty,
sugar.
like lime.
Like lemonade.
They're
They were on that
really
MasterChef
tasty.
episode. They made Prince Charles eat one.
Stupid.
They're like, shh, I bet I can get him to eat ants. Quick, just put. Yeah. Oh, he did it! Oh my god!
Not scripted at all.
Wow.
It's an explosion of flavors in my mouth.
In my
The
mouth.
flavors really come together and really it's a symphony of just flavors in my mouth. I can
my-
hear it playing.
My cravat just speaks to me. I don't. Yeah, his
Hey,
cravats are a
MasterChef,
bit
so
much.
They're all.
The old ascot
Yeah,
tie.
I think Katie was watching it tonight.
Yeah, she was watching last
Oh,
night.
she loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's better than the shows where they create fake beef.
What?
Yeah, all the
Like-
Oh, do you mean?
like-
wait, no,
like-
you mean beef like
like fights
fake
Oh,
in the
fights?
context
yeah.
of a cooking show.
Yeah, probably should have said like fake arguments.
Sorry.
No, they just made just like really making like tofu based beef. No, but yeah, they yeah, so like
Fake controversy.
yeah, fake controversy,
Yeah.
and it's through a lot of editing as well.
Yeah.
Because like a guy I used to work with, he met them. Like he met all the teams, and they were all really nice, including the ones
Yeah.
they made out to be dicks.
Yeah, well, that's my academics. So I did a film degree. And my academic supervisor for my master's, he was saying he had a friend who was working on one of the.
You can
I
name
can't-
drop.
No, I can't.
Oh, okay, you don't remember?
No, I can't say it because I don't think it's like. Basically, like what you were like before, you couldn't say the name of the restaurant.
Just nod at my,
Anyway,
just nod
so he
when
was
I
on
say
like
my
one of
kitchen
those like.
rolls,
Yeah, it was like one of those.
my kitchen,
Anyway,
Master Chef,
um,
the hot
so-
plate.
anyway, she was on.
Gordon Ramsay's
She
Kitchen
was the
Nightmares.
chief editor on one of those shows, and she just got absolutely sick of being a dick, basically, because she was like, "I have to edit around these people so that, like, I make them look horrible." And there was one woman who was a mother, and it was on one of the like house building shows, and that woman was a mother. But anytime she mentioned her kids or anything, they edited out of the show because she was really hot. So she didn't want younger audiences to know that she was a mother because
That's
then that
really
would
in at the
reduce
moment.
her appeal.
It's really in at the moment, though.
What, being a hot mum?
Yeah, it's been in for a fair while. A
No,
lot of
but
people
they,
are
I
into
don't, for
mums.
whatever reason, the studio decided they didn't want.
So stupid.
All they have to do is look at Pornhub and they know that would send their viewership through the roof if it was a hot mum.
Yeah.
There's a real problem now of in the porn industry of women below 25.
Can't get porn gigs.
No, women above 25 but below 35 can't get any work.
Oh yeah, because they're not in the
They don't look
they're not
mummy.
in the teen bracket
Too
or the,
old.
the mum bracket.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. No, I can understand that.
it's actually kind of
It's
messed
ironic.
up.
Yeah.
But not kind of messed up. It is messed up.
But like how, I don't know. I suppose I don't get the mum thing. Like how mummish do you want people to look?
Oedipus.
Yeah. I don't know. I just
Oedipus.
Oedipus. Yeah, I don't know.
So,
Like, I don't want people to look dad-like.
isn't that
It's a
the
bit
thing at the moment?
weird.
Dad bods?
That was like 2016. I don't know.
Well, see,
Sorry, I just looked across at Michael and just like eyed him up and down. I'm like, no, 2016, okay.
dad bods were like an excuse for men to skip the gym. Nothing more. They were like, oh, we need to accept mediocrity. I mean, I get like, not being ashamed of your own body and all that. But also, men are lazy. This is true.
Hashtag. I'm sorry, Michael's. So what Michael's saying is hashtag all men.
Michael. How dare you body shame men?
And Michael is
I don't know
silent
what
and
to
doesn't
do.
know what to say. Little
Touchy topic.
awkward shuffle going on there.
So moustaches.
Michael gets food stuck in his moustache all the time and it infuriates me. How are you with that? You've
I
got
had
facial
egg
hair.
stuck in my mustache yesterday. It grossed her out.
You literally had egg on your face.
Yeah.
My mustache, it's more around the sides that I get because
Okay,
if I'm
sorry, I
eating
thought
like
you
a
were
sandwich, like
I just gave you a funny look because I thought you were describing your facial hair and you were saying it's just on the sides. I was like, dude, you literally have like hair
In fact, that's
right
the
under your
weakest
nose.
spot. That's the weakest spot of your facial hair is on the sides.
how did you point that out?
Wow.
eyebrows.
rude. Sorry,
I'm not
you were
shaving
saying?
my eyebrows. I have glorious eyebrows. I mean, not really, fairly average. No, yeah, I get it like when I'm eating like a sandwich, I'll get like stuff like stuck in there,
Yeah.
in the hair. But I don't know. I can't have anything on my face. It's weird. If something's like if you like even like an eyedropper
Yeah.
of like anything on my face, it's like go get it off.
No, that's good though. You want to be like
Yeah, but then
clean.
I get like to the point of like scrubbing skin off.
No, you don't.
No, well, I mean, it feels like I do, but I could be.
Yeah, you could be, and none of us would know. It's like your closeted phobia.
But yeah, having like stuff on my face.
Yeah.
Yes,
don't know.
Michael.
Oh, I was actually clearing my throat because there was phlegm in it.
I thought we just said something that was super egregious to you. Michael's super
Katie,
offended.
All right, breakfast. Do you have it immediately after you wake up, or do you like to wait a little while before having it?
It depends on what order I'm in before I go to work. So if I get up and go straight to the shower, I'll shower. Obviously, getting dressed is last.
Yeah.
So you eat
Or-
breakfast naked?
Well, no, it has to go shower, getting dressed.
Because there was
So I
that
can't
movie
get
Naked
dressed and
Lunch.
Well, I can't get dressed and then have a shower and then eat breakfast, but I can have a shower, get dressed, and then eat breakfast.
Why
Or I
can't
can eat
you-
breakfast, have a shower, and then get dressed.
Are you that much of a slob that you can't eat while you're dressed?
I didn't say that.
Well, yeah, but
I just said you can't. No, the order of it was I can't get dressed and then have a shower. I don't know.
No, didn't you say you can't eat breakfast after you're dressed?
Look, I mean,
Or did I misinterpret that?
I'm gonna flick
Roll
through
back
this
the tape.
podcast and just be like, I'm gonna be like, yeah, okay, cool. But I'm fairly sure I said,
No, I might have just misheard you.
I'm fairly sure I said, get dressed, have a shower, eat breakfast.
Okay. That's like, I don't mind.
No,
I'm
I mean,
just like,
I can eat at breakfast at any point in that.
yeah. Dad always used to get coffee on his tie before he went to work. So I told him just to start flipping his tie over his shoulder
Or just eat coffee naked, like a normal person.
in the car.
Yeah. How do you drive to work?
Go through Macca's drive-through completely starkers.
You've never done that?
I haven't.
Oh.
See, no one would know.
Everybody would know.
No, they would think you're shirtless. And they
But
can't
they're-
see below.
Yeah, but
Oh,
they're
they'll be
Their
higher.
windows
they're above
higher.
you, and then when they look in the car,
If they look at you, they're the pervert.
or you've got to like, sorry, I got to get my,
You're in your car.
I gotta
You're
get
just
my-
minding your own
Gotta
get my
business.
wallet out, and you're like
Hand them a poopy 20. Oh, no. Can you
it's
imagine?
card, but it's only swipe.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Do you take insert? Oh, let me just wipe that off.
I'd tap that.
Can you imagine Can you imagine being a teller and like taking money from someone's like boob, like money from a bra is hard enough. It's like, I don't want to touch a sweaty bra money. Can you imagine if someone pulled money out of their ass crack? Oh, it smells so stanky.
See, it would depend on the sweaty bra money for me.
No,
Like,
it's all gross. It's sweat. It's gross.
Yeah.
The worst thing because again, customer service, the worst thing you can do is hand someone warm money. I had a mate that was a bus driver for a while, and he said to me, he's like, the most disgusting thing ever. Oh, it's not really, a bit over exaggerating. But but he's like, it was always really gross when they handed me money and it was warm. Ugh. And it's, no, that's disgusting. Especially
like,
with sweaty boob money. That's disgusting.
It's almost as bad as...
I'm just going to like use my pen as chopsticks and put that in my drawer.
It's
and
almost...
Glen 20 the drawer.
It's almost as bad as sitting on a warm toilet seat. Oh, you guys wouldn't get that as much in public, would you? I don't know. Do you shit in public or do you wait till you get home?
I use 3 bathrooms. This one here.
Yeah.
Mine and the work one.
Yeah.
that's really special.
Do you poop at work?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
What do
like...
you think I'm gonna do on my break?
I don't know. Some people... I know
Sit
some
in the lunchroom
guys...
on my phone. No, I'm gonna use it in the bathroom.
You gotta make money while you poo sometimes.
I know some guys who like hold it in. They like won't poop outside of their home.
They're weirdos.
I got hey man, I get like unlimited toilet breaks. I'm gonna use them.
Fair enough.
I'll take a poo anywhere.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I like the adventure.
You like the poo jogger?
But I also like sometimes the public toilets because people write things on the wall. Like there's a great one where I'm working right now where you look at the right wall and it says, look left. And then you look at the left wall, it says, look straight. And then it looks straight and it says, toilet tennis. Look right.
That's really clever. I like that.
And that's good. It was refreshing because all the other ones are just like, oh, how many wanks have you had? And like, I have a massive. Finish the sentence.
I've got to say, yesterday my phone had run out of battery, so I put it on to charge and I went to the toilet, and it was a good,
like, what do I do?
It was a good job. Well, yeah, and so I like there was.
It was the longest bathroom you've ever had.
Well, no, there was a candle next on the windowsill. So I picked up the
read that?
candle and started reading the bottom of the candle.
That's like
With all the warning labels.
that's like
Warning, do not
heroin
touch
level,
lit candle.
Like heroin level of addicted. You're like, oh, just anything, man, anything will do. Just hot
Give
water.
me that candle label.
Just put hot water in me. Give me that candle label. Oh, it's like a phone. It's like a phone. I can swipe it.
No, I think it was just
saying
like
that-
I was in there for a while. I don't always take my phone with me, but it was a bit of a bigger job, and so I was going to be in there for a while. So I was like, I need to read something.
Maybe have some light reading.
Yeah, I need some light reading.
I used to like when there's a picture of Laverne from Scrubs. And basically
Great character.
It's a meme that says, "Quit scrolling and wipe your ass." All right.
Yeah.
And so that was doing the rounds on my Facebook for a while.
Yeah.
So whenever I'd hit that, I'd be like, all right, time to get back to work.
All right, Laverne. And you have to listen to Laverne. Mm-hmm. So when I was in Italy, I was in Venice and we were perusing the back streets. Had the best squid ink pasta I've ever had because the sauce was made out of squid ink.
Back to cooking.
Next day, we're on poop still.
Oh, okay.
Well, poo and food are the same thing.
So I'm one of these weird
No,
people.
Different
no.
stages of life.
One that comes very much after. Food you eat, poop you do not.
Isn't there's a thing in Ace
Some people eat
Ventura
poo.
where he eats bat poop? My dog tries to eat poop. I have to actively stop her from eating cat poop when we go for a walk. It's really annoying.
She just
Rusty
wants to be
used to eat
closer to
cat
the
poop.
cat.
Oh, she's scared of
She's
cats.
better. She's better to.
She knows that if she eats the cat poo, she gets the cat's powers.
She gets swipey claws.
Yeah, she can climb.
Anyway, so
That's how she climbs so well.
my dog's just crazy escape artist. But anyway, so I was in Italy and I took this giant dump, and it was the best poop I've ever taken because it was two-tonal. So it was like,
Oh,
you
it's
know,
like
normal.
It had like nice marbling in it.
No, well, it was like literally half and half. One was like just super, like just normal poop, and then it was just dark, like
Dense.
really dark poop. And then like the next one that came out was just entirely dark. But that is the best poop I've ever
Oh, yeah,
taken.
like a nice, like,
Wait,
It was just so
like
cool.
spectrum.
was the
It was like
line
Cruella de Vil.
longitudinally down the middle, or
No. It was like it was horizontal.
because they
Yeah.
say the line between good and evil is drawn straight across a man's poop
Well, there you go.
heart, not poop.
Poop heart. Just is poopy heart.
Yeah, they had one of those poops where it's like really dense and it's just like dunk straight to the
Yes.
bottom.
Yes. The
You know what I get when
the missile.
I
They're
have,
so satisfying.
no, it's called ski jumping or something,
Oh really?
where it's super dense and because it drops from a height, it goes
Yeah.
straight through. And then when you look down, there's nothing there because it's gone straight through.
It's scary, man.
Yeah, you don't have to wipe
And
when you do that.
Do you
That's
feel
ghost poo. That's different.
Do you feel like sad that you didn't get to see that poop because it was obviously a really good one?
No, I'm just like,
I feel
oh,
a
whatever.
little. I feel a little
Do
sad.
you look at your poo?
I always do because I want to know if I'm healthy.
Uh,
It's important.
yeah. I don't actively like look at it.
The Dalai Lama has someone who checks his poop.
Okay, is that to?
It's a health thing. It's to make sure he's healthy.
But can't he just do that to be like, hey, look out for this?
Well, he's the Dalai Lama. I don't think he's supposed to look at shit. Sorry, my friend's telling me to take my bins out.
Are you gonna take your bins? Come, you gotta take your bins out. What are you doing?
I know.
Go!
See you guys.
Alright, I gotta take my bins out. Speaking of the, which one am I? Hold on, sorry. Just on
Yeah,
the screen. Am I
someone's-
the big shouty one or no?
Soraya's the big shouty one.
Oh,
Sorry, guys.
which one am I? The more erratic one?
You know, that was
Am I on
really.
the bottom?
Hold on. You're the one on the bottom.
Oh, okay. I am the more erratic one.
It was a bit silly of you to like. You know how loud I laugh. Should have mixed me down a bit. That's okay.
We'll put that in post.
It's gonna be clipping my laughter.
That's all right. I compress the shit out of it.
Okay.
Oh, I know these
good.
terms. Of,
Yeah, that's why it sounds. That's
yeah,
why it
we're
sounds so
gonna,
good.
We're gonna clip that and chop that up. Put it through to post.
It's okay. We know these things, so you don't have to.
Oh yeah, I'm just the raw talent. But yeah, I don't know.
I feel like we spent a lot of time on poo.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's just the natural process.
It's
food
the great
and-
unifier.
All right, do you want to get back
There was
to
a-
food? I've got a food one for you.
I'm
And you've
pretty.
got some topics there you wanted to.
What did I like?
Wait, what
went
time
through
are we
some
at? Does that say 67 or 88?
88.
Oh,
It's a long time.
We can keep
no,
going.
you, whatever. Yeah. It's only. It's all good.
It's a bit late. Are you
No, it's all
working
good.
tomorrow?
Probably.
Okay. I need to fart.
Do it to the mic. It'll be hilarious. Don't do it to the mic. I've been stifling one this whole time.
Shush. Damn, it wasn't loud. It was like
I
a
mean, you
little
are
pop.
sitting on the couch. Probably
know.
clip this part out.
I tell Michael to do that sometimes.
Actually, do you want to do in business yourself?
Do you have any more things on your
I
magic?
mean, I do, but we don't need to talk about them.
Give us a choice one,
Choice one?
like a good one.
So, like, okay, so you know how sometimes people are cooking food and it'll be like, you'll be walking down the street and you'll like have the smell of their dinner cooking come out of the house, or you're
down the hallway.
in a
yes.
yeah, I was gonna say in an apartment. So like most of the time in an apartment, I've heard this a lot from people. Like if you have like Indians or Sri Lankans or Pakistanis and they're cooking their traditional foods in their apartments, and it like people always complain that it like smells really bad because it stinks up the whole place. But to me, I walk in because I've like grew up with that kind of
Yeah,
food and
so
those
did I to an
aromas.
extent.
Yeah, and like I walk in, I'm like, oh, it smells like home. That's so good. So
Okay.
I just don't understand how it stinks
Okay, so I've
to
got
other people.
I know where you're coming at. So I do have some fragrant chefs in my building.
Yeah.
And
That's a really good way to put it. Well done.
I mean,
It's gentle.
I used it in another podcast previously as
Okay.
a semi-racial slur.
Oh,
No, so I've got some fragrant chefs in my building, and when they're cooking, like, for example, like you can smell, okay, cool, that's just a regular curry. But when they're doing something like fish, anything with eggs, it is disgusting.
Really?
Please don't do that.
My mum cooks pig's trotters actually, and that's pretty gross. They're like boiled in vinegar, like pig's feet. Michael's pig's
Have you
feet
suffered
boiled
the
in vinegar.
wrath of
I
pig's
watched
feet?
her eat it. Sorry, I watched her eat it. It was
No bueno.
no. It was no. It just no. It looked bad.
It's
It was
tasty
what-
though.
No, it was like you know how they use sometimes.
Can I just, before you talk, you're talking about my mum.
I'm not talking. Look, there was nothing abnormal about the way she was eating it. It's just the fact that it looked like if you didn't process jelly beyond the point where you just took pig fat out of a pig.
It did look pretty gross, but they taste good though. Have you ever had them, Jared?
No.
And they
Sorry,
smell.
I zoned out there for a second.
They
Sorry, I
smell
was-
terrible. That's okay.
Sorry, it just that's the thing. It's like not being rude or anything. I just imagine like your mum like hunched over, like. But yeah, just like going at it like
Just slurping the whole trotter up.
This is, you know what? This whole podcast would be a really great one just to get like little sound bites out of, like just strange noises.
Yeah, I know, right?
You could start a little line of what do you call it?
We could make a
Phone
soundboard
ringtones.
for Michael, which is just beeps because
Oh dear.
but yeah, no, I've never had pig's trotters.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. My parents are very meat and three veg kind of
French.
people.
My dad
Is he
likes that.
French.
Well, one of them is.
Yeah, they're French citizen.
And
But,
like
like-
but the way they cook is very French. Like
Like,
particularly your mum and your sister, like they do very French style cooking.
I mean, just pouring butter over it doesn't
Basically.
count. Yeah, but like they used to buy these things from like Aldi, and it was
Sorry,
like,
where?
Aldi.
Sorry, where?
Aldi?
They look in all the right places.
You mean Aldi?
No, I mean Aldi because it's a German company
Get
and it's
some
Aldi.
Australians in there, please.
Oh,
Actually,
mate.
it's
So
Aldi.
me mum, she used to
Aldi.
go.
Me mom's car. That's English.
Get out my car.
Brum, brum. Get out me car.
So I went
Get out
round,
me Aldi.
So I bloody went round my Mars place and like she just goes to Aldi and buys these like potatoey things and they're and,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, mate.
they look and she just like they're frozen and she just sticks them in the oven. They come out looking like she's tried hard at them, but they're just frozen and they're potatoes and buttery and
Yeah.
Well,
they're French.
or Aldi is like that.
Aldi. It's German. It's a German
That's
company.
not. No, but that's not how German works.
I love the middle
How does
section.
German work then?
Aldi.
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 Eventually, one
Aldi.
of you is just going to end
Aldi.
up saying Audi.
Mercedes.
It's actually
Yeah.
Mercedes.
How much are they paying for a sponsorship?
$2.75. We'll just go standard rate. Put a check in the mailman. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, Aldi. Aldi.
And Mercedes has deep pockets.
Which one? Isn't one of them going under?
Michael's
I thought one of them
yawning.
was looking.
VW. Because they
They had a massive recall, didn't they?
they had recalls and they lied on their emissions tests and
That was a while back, wasn't it? 2 years?
They're probably still suffering from it.
and they're trying to redo the combi again.
Oh, I'd
They're
buy
doing
that.
a reissue of that.
Yeah,
I'd
but
buy
it's,
that.
it's gonna be. It's not gonna be like a combi. A combi was just like an everyday thing. You could go into a thing and be like, you could go into a dealer and be like equivalent of like 10 grand and be like, cool, bang, 10 grand done.
Yeah.
If they do re-release it, 50 grand,
You,
guaranteed.
but you know what? The ones that
Guaranteed.
they like currently, when people buy them and like get them remodeled and stuff, they're so beautiful. Like old ones, and they do them
Oh
up.
yeah.
They're so gorgeous. Apparently, there's like this whole like combi club around Australia.
Yeah.
And people like get together and meet at certain spots, but apparently there's this huge issue with them just breaking down in the middle of nowhere.
See, the thing with combis was, they would drive forever. They would never break down.
Yeah.
But now they're 40 years old. They're starting to break down because the parts aren't made anymore. The parts that you do get made are now
Also
custom.
30
They've got to be
years old.
custom.
Also 30 years old or custom, and it's.
You'd want to know a lot about cars if you owned one.
I mean, you can just buy a V-dub transporter. It's like one, but you can stand up in it.
By a V double.
No, VW transporter.
Oh, okay, right. Sorry.
It's their like van.
Yep.
I think it was in Ant-Man. Have you seen Ant-Man yet?
No,
Oh, spoiler alert.
that's okay.
VW transporters in it.
What? Why would you?
Spoiler alert.
You know, I'm done.
There's a
Jared.
wasp, all right? Wait, didn't I spoil it last week? Yeah, I did.
You already spoiled it.
Yeah, cool. Really
Double
good. I
spoiling.
enjoyed it.
That's good. I haven't seen Incredibles yet. Have you seen it?
Look,
Don't.
It's
No,
pretty
please don't
good.
spoil it for me. I've heard
I've
from
got to send
everybody
you
it's
this thing.
amazing.
I got to send you this thing that I found on Reddit, where it's like, the bit in Incredibles 1 where he's.
Stop yawning.
I
You're
mean, you
making
don't need
yawn.
to nod off, Michael. You're not that old.
Right.
Oh, I mean, you do get up at like 5 a.m. But,
He's working hard for the money.
I mean, you
I was
wouldn't
about
work
to
out-
say it exactly that same thing.
Oh, you guys are so just in tune. I'm
No.
For the money.
doing the cohesion fingers.
The synergy.
Synergy fingers. But yeah, there's a bit in. So the bit in Incredibles 1 when he's like, he finds like, not Magneto, what's his name?
Syndrome.
I was about to say something else. And he's like looking through his computer and he's like finding out the truth, and it's like, but instead of like flashing up being like, this robot killed this person,
Yeah.
it's showing up like pictures of like Mrs. Incredible scantily dressed and stuff like that. And then he's like, I'll show you, it's funny. And then there's like articles
Sounds
of like
good.
the real reason your man wants to see Incredibles 2. Stop looking at Mrs.
No,
Incredible's ass.
actually, Michael sent that to me. I was like, not just your man. Like, she's pretty
mean-
sexy.
Oh yeah, and the stretching, endless possibilities. Like, does that
that.
include like?
She can turn herself into a parachute. So, like, that includes
It's
a lot of
just
things.
everything.
Whoa,
You just jump out of a plane and have at it.
do it going down. Wow,
She can be a boat.
wow.
She can motorboat you as a motorboat. No, you can motor.
Well, she's not. She's just the like.
But the motor was
she's
Dash.
Just, yeah,
If you
she's
ever
just the
watched
Oh
that
yeah,
husk.
that's
movie,
weird.
Philistine.
That's really weird.
Yeah,
So she can be a rowboat, and then
you can row her boat.
Yeah, you
That's
can.
the, no,
Save
don't have the
me.
motorboat pun.
I work hard for the motorboat. So that didn't work.
I don't think anyone's ever done that.
Um,
I mean, you might have worked hard to earn a motorboat.
anyway,
Maybe.
let's stop talking about this. It's risky business.
Business. You're up. Finance. Marketing. And big on your portfolio.
Do you have a business idea, Michael?
Well, I've got the one that Ronald suggested
Yeah,
to
Ronald
us.
texted us this one this morning.
Photovoltaic sunscreen. For charging your phone. I added that bit on. So, like, it's sunscreen, but it's a solar panel as well, right? And then you plug your phone. Where do you plug it in?
So a sunscreen bottle.
Does
To the
that
butt.
third hole you've got? Does that take USB-C?
No, it's just USB A.
USB-J.
It's USB. Yes. But yeah, no. Look, I mean, yes. I feel we're just getting into solar roads and we're just sticking on people's skin.
Do you know that thing they did in Austin for oh, Michael, what's the film festival they have in Austin?
Austin Film Festival.
South by
No,
Southwest?
South by Southwest.
Oh.
Is that a film festival?
Well, it's a bit of everything. I think it's like film, communication, games,
Yeah.
music.
South.
But they like got homeless people and like got them to carry around like Wi-Fi hotspots. They like literally stuck them to homeless people.
What, just like-
Fact check this later. Don't take my word for it.
No,
but I
no
think
fact
that's what they
checking.
did.
So what? So the homeless people just...
They were the wireless hotspots.
Did they know?
Yes.
Were they being paid?
I don't know.
Because if they just gave them that and said, hey, walk around it, carry
Maybe
this,
it's-
that's a dick move.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then how do they advertise the hotspots? Do they just like...
Oh, yeah, approach this homeless person. No, thank you.
The homeless person has the password.
Ask him.
Ask this homeless... Yeah, no,
It's encrypted on his please give me money for food sign.
I mean... on his side, I need money for food. Please help. Down on my luck. Wi-Fi password is...
Yeah. Okay, so your business idea, instead of making it sun cream, because some people don't like wearing sun cream, why don't you like hit the women's market and put it in like foundation?
All right, even better idea. I just unraveled it myself, but I'm going to say it anyway. Solar panel umbrella.
But what about when it doesn't rain?
We
Actually,
can
the
still
only
use-
no, that's useless because
Yeah,
the
no,
only
that's why I
time
unraveled it myself
Oh,
because
okay.
there's no sun. But what about a beach parasol? Right?
Solar power beach umbrella that has USB
That's
ports out of the
cool.
side.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a really good idea, and because you always run out of battery when you go to the beach because you want to take heaps of photos
Or listen to music.
or listen to music. Yeah, when you're chilling on the sand.
You don't feel like a
That's a
pervert
really
taking
good
photos
idea.
at the beach?
Of yourself, Michael, not of other people.
I take it of the like landscape. I don't take it of boobies.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, if I want to see boobies, I can look at my own.
That's true. That's all I'd do if I had boobs.
We had
Actually,
this-
no, if I was... But then that would just mean I was a portly gentleman and then I wouldn't want to look at myself. I just unraveled that myself.
I mean, I don't know, like how far can we push a solar panel?
Okay, what about like on my glasses? Just and like
there's
the
a-
ends of them had like USB bits in them.
I mean, if you're constantly out in the sun, yeah. USB hard hat, because a lot of
That's a good
tradespeople...
idea. That's a good idea.
Not USB, solar panel hard hat.
With a USB.
Yeah, with a USB to stick your phone in. Only phones, nothing else. Only phones.
I feel like you'd
We're not
have
ready to revolutionize the world yet.
I feel like you'd have to have a little compartment that flipped up so you could fit your phone in it, so you don't have to like have a cable. 'Cause can you imagine? Can you imagine having to be on site wearing a hard hat and having a cable like flapping around you from your
run it
hat
through
into
your
your
shirt.
pocket?
Well, I do have a cable
be
that
annoying.
dangles from the back of my hard hat. Because I have
A
earplugs that I
sick
tie onto
mullet.
the back.
Sorry, yeah, what?
I tied earplugs onto the
Yeah,
back.
but they have a purpose, and then you just plug
So
them
does a
in.
mullet.
I don't mean just a cable hanging down the back. I mean like it gets stuck in your arm and.
All right, here we go.
You get caught in a machine.
What about
Yeah, go.
no?
Mine was really stupid. Please say yours.
Mine was also really stupid. and Probably been
Alright.
done on the top of a car.
Oh, I was going to say, let's say it on 3. But mine was solar panel trees, but I'm like, I sort of already are. So there's like a...
Photosynthesis. Can you say that in a really low voice into the mic, really
I
close?
mean, probably not with my voice being
Try.
damaged.
Try.
Please edit this out, Michael.
Photosynthesis.
Well, that sounds good.
There we go.
Try.
No, but yeah, solar panel trees, and
the
you just have
worst.
like a socket outlet on the tree.
Wouldn't you kill the tree putting the cabling
No.
in?
Just the tree's just the frame,
no.
right? Just hear me
No,
out.
no.
Hear me out. Solar panel people. No,
Well, so that was the idea, the sunscreen.
yeah, but Ronnie, try again. I'm sorry. Please don't email us. Or email us. You know, Ronald made up a fake email to email us with. And
Did
it
he?
was the guy from, Todd from Scrubs.
Yeah.
So he
The
made
Todd.
he made his name like Todd something.
Todd Quinlan, and then his address was thetoddtime@gmail.com or something like that.
Yeah, and I was
I
like,
love that.
and like I got it on my phone. I messaged Michael, and I'm like, who the hell is Todd Quinlan?
Good old Ronald.
And I remembered like, at first I was like, oh, I know that guy. And I was like, wait, no, he's a fictional character.
Thanks, Ronnie. But yeah, no, it's. What about, hear me out. Actually, no, that really well. That works. Why don't they build like a solar power plant out at sea? A lot of my ideas are out at sea. On the garbage island.
On the garbage island where we have those gladiator battles.
Gladiatorial battles, yeah.
It's a good use for the garbage island.
Oh, good. We take death row inmates.
So they've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Make a coliseum.
What about just... Oh, this is so bad. I can't believe I just thought that. I was going to
No,
say,
say
what
what you were
about
going to
just...
say.
Because we were like,
Say what you were going to say, sorry.
That's so bad. What about just prisoners and you, like, stick them outside with hats on that collect energy and then you just send the panels out into the public and they use the energy. So you just have them stand out in the yard in the sun.
Oh, yeah,
That's so bad.
that was way bad. That was way worse than what I was going to say that I've already said in a previous episode.
What?
We're going to use the garbage island and make a coliseum on it and take death row inmates and
Make
just
them
make
fight
them
to the
fight
death.
and then just like get Chinese billionaires to come and bet on them.
Yeah, so that's way worse than what I said. I'm sort of glad.
I don't know. Because that's just pointlessly cruel. There's kind of
No,
a
it's
point
not.
because we're getting
Michael,
rich.
No,
We're getting
it's
rich.
not pointless.
Taking
You get energy.
death row, taking
Oh, renewable
inmates.
energy, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but our
I'm doing
coliseum's solar
good for the
powered
world.
and wind powered, and we're on a garbage island. That was like a weird like.
Inside burp. Huh.
But wouldn't you rather
Ooh.
those Chinese billionaires, they be spending their money at somewhere that the worst thing they do is make people fight to the death? Rather than worse than that.
What's worse than that, Michael?
Lots of things.
Lots of things.
Michael.
Euthanasia.
Euthanasia? You think that's bad? This is a big conversation.
Wait, do you mean
Yep.
youth in Asia? Or because that's what I thought they were talking about on a current affair every
Get-
time it came up. And I was
Youth
like,
in
Get
Asia.
rid of all the
Isn't bad.
youths.
More at 9.
Damn youths.
Damn youth, euthanasia, selling drugs to our fat kids. Yeah.
Stop. Stop sticking your fingers up your nose.
it's not in there.
I picked it up, but I heard that. Picked it up, I heard that.
Michael, you can edit that out.
Is that ASMR?
No.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm sticking my finger up my nose.
Disgusting.
I mean, go solar panel noses. No.
Oh, dear.
All right. One
Okay,
more
what
good
about
solar
like
panel
a-
thing. Solar panel space station.
Solar panel
Done.
picnic basket.
Solar panel picnic rug. Solar panel.
Solar panel eyes. Solar panel.
Solar panels. No. Solar panel. Solar panels.
Solar panel key lime tarts.
Is that a thing you usually take at a picnic?
I don't, maybe.
What about
What about solar panel corneal implants? So you
I
just
mean, if you're
and
looking
you've got,
directly at the sun, yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, all right. Here's
Which
an
are
idea.
great for corneal implants, I've heard.
Here's an idea. So it's like a tent, right?
yeah, right.
But it's also an OLED screen.
Yeah.
Because OLED is like it's like
Look how we're both just waiting for him to say more. Like,
no okay so
Wait,
like
I don't get it.
an,
Where's the solar
an
panel?
OLED screen. It's like an LCD screen. Oh, an LED screen,
Yeah.
right? But it's really thin and it's really you can fold it like paper.
Yeah. And the solar panels are.
powering the
There's
screen.
no solar panels. There'll be some separate solar panels to power the OLED screen.
So why don't you just have
So you
two...
can have movies on or inside.
Okay, I got
your
a better
entire
idea. Oh,
tent.
I'm zooping
Solar
your idea.
panel OLED 10.
Yeah, so half of your tent is solar and you face that towards like the sun
sun.
rising so it gets most of it during the day and stores your power, and then the other half of the tent is OLED. So as you go into bed at night you can watch your movies.
Yeah, or you can show movies to everybody else.
How big
Now
is
you
this
just-
tent? Like,
Freaking huge, mate.
also tents need like for a screen, you need a rather large flat space. because like it's like you don't. There's no like direct square. Like,
Okay, so
square
it would have to be
screens.
one of those tents, like A-frame.
Uh-huh.
Because then you've got one flat spot for solar panels and one flat spot for the OLED.
Yes. Okay.
Quick question.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with solar panels.
Don't want to hear it. Okay.
Can you buy like a single teleball from Teleballs?
Probably not. Probably closed.
Okay.
You can, if you order the milkshake, it's a milkshake that comes with a teleball.
Right. Okay. Continue. Do you think you
Teleballs,
could
that'll be
put?
$275. Check in the mail. Thanks, guys.
Do you think that you could put a solar panel on a teleball?
I mean, the whole point is you got to eat it.
The whole point is you got to eat it, and then you're just left with a solar panel.
What if? All right, here's
Like,
an
Okay.
like a gotta catch 'em all of
okay.
solar
Okay.
panels.
Solar panel.
So yes, so
Good.
solar panel cows, they stand in the field all day.
And you can charge your phone to
Michael,
the cows.
that's just like my prisoner idea.
But they also go into
yeah, but
trees
it's
when
not
they
as
get
cruel
hot.
Why?
because it's cruel to animals and they don't count.
We're
We
not
get-
eating humans.
Let's get some vegans to weigh in on that.
We already did. Have you read the comment that we got on YouTube?
No.
Oh, it's a
It's a
spicy
doozy.
boy.
Okay.
It's on. I think it's Futurology.
Okay, I'll go have a look.
It's a spicy one. But no. Okay. Cows go in the shade sometimes.
Then Michael's solution to that is just don't put any trees on the farmland.
Yeah. Oh look, cows don't get skin cancer.
Michael.
I mean, they might, but like,
But
Who
they don't
care-
live
who
long enough.
cares?
You breed them, like, you grow them to
Basically.
like 3 or something and eat them.
I like how I'm saying Michael, and I'm the one who suggested letting prisoners out into the yard with solar panels on their heads.
yeah. So like, until I do something worse than that as a suggestion, I've got the high ground.
Do or say. You
So-
do any of this, you do not have the high ground.
I mean, it's solar panels. It's eco-friendly. You're saving the environment. What is not high ground about that, Anakin?
Although if they put, if as a result they start making more cows, right? Suddenly there's more cows, and that's actually the number one contributor to emissions in the world.
Isn't it already?
It already is, yeah.
I thought it was cut into thirds. It was fossil fuels industry, and then
Cow butts.
then farming.
No, like, agriculture's way ahead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was almost equal thirds.
Fact checked.
I mean, we don't need
I don't know.
to, because we don't rely on facts here. We don't use facts as a crutch.
Well, the other interesting thing is
Thank you, Mr. Trump.
Western countries make up 8% of the plastic that's in the oceans.
Yeah, solar panel plastic.
Ooh. Yeah, and then it dissolves into tiny little solar panels that granulated in the water.
And then you end up
And fish
eating
eat
them.
them. Fish eat them.
And we eat the fish.
Solar panel fish.
Solar
then
panel
we-
garbage island.
That's how we get to solar panel humans. We eat the fish.
Well, see, I heard a stat during the week that something,
Actually, you just end up with solar panel poop. Sorry, Jared.
something like 70% of the plastic in the ocean is directly from fishing.
In what way?
As in, like, plastic fishing lines, plastic fishing hooks,
Plastic nets.
plastic nets, stuff like that.
How
Solar
much?
panel nets.
Like something, it was something ridiculous, like 70%.
That doesn't seem right, though.
Doesn't seem right, but it is right.
Is it?
Because this is a factual podcast. I have no idea. But yeah, no, it was. I was like, that seems a lot
I
really
think
high.
most of it is
I don't care
landfill.
enough to fact check it.
I think most of it's landfill.
I mean,
So
I
do we
figure
just
it
put
would be.
solar panels on every piece of trash we throw out?
Solar panel planet.
Okay.
Solar panel sun. Oh, boom.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez.
What's
You're
always getting?
insane.
Okay. Hear me. What's always getting hit by the sun?
The moon.
The moon. Solar panels on the moon.
Lunar eclipse.
Lunar eclipse. Oh no! Once every 28 days, it doesn't get.
How do you get the power back from the moon?
You just run a cable. You just have a massive Tesla arc or whatever it's called.
Yeah, you know what? Elon Musk could do that. He could.
Elon,
If there's
I
anyone
know
who
you
can make it
listen.
happen, he could.
I know you listen. Solar panel moon. Look, you can bring me in. I'll help you out. It'll be great. And you can pay me billions of dollars for it.
Oh, but
Thanks,
he's got to
Elon.
save some money, keep some money saved so he can buy our podcast now that Martin Shkreli's in prison.
Hey, Elon, just there's a thing. If you want to, like, chuck us a Tesla or something, can you? Like, that'd be sweet. I mean,
No, but which one?
I don't know. Not the one you sent into space.
The like sporty version is like so pretty.
No, I want the mum, like,
I saw
people
someone.
mover.
I saw
Tesla.
someone with the 4-wheel drive. I don't.
It's
we were
not
having
called
this
a four-wheel drive.
No, like, I want, like, the Honda,
Well, you
like,
know
the
what I mean.
Honda Odyssey Tesla.
Yeah.
Like a people mover, like a Tarago.
We saw someone with a Porsche version of the people mover the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Why bother?
Such a waste of money.
You
'Cause-
might want to move people and...
No, but it
Drive a
defeats the
Porsche.
it defeats the purpose of owning a like an SUV and owning a Porsche at the same time.
Like, I don't want my kids in that thing.
It's not a good SUV and it's not a good Porsche.
Yeah, but a Tesla.
I mean, Tesla's different
Yeah, I'm
because
asking
like
for
that's just
solar-powered Teslas.
You're buying the motor.
Oh, wait, no, Tesla already does solar.
Oh, I mean, not really.
No,
Does
they
it?
do it into your house and then you
Oh,
charge
yeah,
it from
Solar
your house.
City, yeah.
Don't they only do 3? I might be wrong with this. They only do 3 different models of car, right?
I have no idea.
Is that
they
wrong?
They do the coupe, the nice looking one. They do the sedan, and then I think they've got a
Sporty.
SUV type thing.
Elon Musk, you can take my Tesla people mover idea as long as you just chuck us one, all right?
You really want to drive a Tesla people mover?
Do you wanna have a nice-
Take the back seats
The-
out, put a mattress in the back.
I think
Sweet.
it's the Model X. That's like super nice looking car. Mr. X.
I know.
No, it's F, isn't it?
Mr. F.
It's a sweet reference I don't get.
Arrested Development.
Arrested Development.
Oh, Katie's watching that.
Yeah, we know. We had a good time. We were watching it the other night.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. So, because me being the one person that's not falling asleep in the room, I'm
Look,
gonna
we're old, right? I'm old.
Older
Mike was
than you.
literally like 9 months older than me.
How much older am I than you?
I don't know, 20 years.
So rude.
I don't know, you're older than Courtney, aren't you?
I don't think. Maybe. Don't think
What are you,
maybe.
91, 92?
91.
Yeah, 91, so you're like 20
But
years
I'm
old.
just-
You're
December.
91 years old.
Yeah. You
And you don't look a
whippersnappers
day
and
over
your
26.
solar panels.
It looks like you are because you're like
I'm like covered in-
covered in blankets, like laying back with your hands and your
Got my hands on my belly.
Your eyes are like
Pride
dripping
Month
down.
t-shirt on. Like all 92-year-olds.
With a what?
The
Pride.
Pride Month t-shirt, like all 92-year-olds.
This is the Rooster Teeth Pride t-shirt. Good t-shirt.
Yeah, was that Gavin? No,
What?
that's a joke from another thing.
Oh, okay, because there's a Gavin in Rooster Teeth.
I know that's. I'll show you the. I'll show you the
Okay.
joke afterwards. Yeah. So look, I should do this at the start. Why don't we do this at the end?
What?
Follow us on Facebook. Tweet us add us on Twitter. I don't know.
Insta.
Add
You
us
can
as a
message on
friend
Insta.
add us as a friend on Instagram.
Just a friend.
Yeah, just a friend.
Just friends.
You can get close
Take it
friends on
slow.
Instagram.
Get in our friend zone. Oh, that's what we should call the fan club.
The friend zone.
That's pretty cool, guys.
And then we have like different ranks of like we've got like best friend and then we've got like good mates and then mates and then
Should this not be a conversation that happens
Best
like in a
mates.
meeting?
Oh no, this is like
We have all our best meetings.
Yeah,
at
we have our
the
best
end of
meetings on the
podcast
air.
while it's still recording.
and then people like Ronald will be like, you never did this and I was like, sorry?
Non-actionable.
But yeah, no, okay, yeah, look, we have social media. It'll be below the podcast, I think. I don't know, probably. I don't know how you think works. Go subscribe to us on YouTube. We're going to be putting some stuff up there. Spoiler alert, it's going to be a video. Send us an email. Yeah.
If you have any good ideas of things that the boys should eat, because they've just done a food podcast, send the ideas through. We'll see what we can do.
And we may cook it.
Yeah. See what happens.
For in cooking yourself, which we've been saying we're going to do for months, but yeah, it's in the works. We've got that famous dude coming on in a couple of weeks. We've got another famous dude coming on. We've got 2 famous guys.
That's actually this week now, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we moved
Oh,
it
that
ahead.
is. Yeah, we did. Okay, that's coming out sooner than later. So, spoiler alert: midweek specials coming up. That ironically will probably come out on a Saturday.
Well, that's the middle of the Ensmartin week.
Yeah, the Ensmartin week is Wednesday to Wednesday.
Now there's the Gregorian calendar. We have the Ensmartin calendar. And it starts on a Thursday. And it
and
ends
goes
on a
through to
Wednesday.
the next Saturday.
This is
we
our-
have a
this is our
10-day
Sunday.
calendar.
I need to go to sleep.
All right. Yeah, look, we have social media. Click the thing below. Any parting words, Michael, now that you've gotten up? You do this every week.
Thanks for having me, boys.
You're welcome.
It was fun.
Was it?